I'm going live here. You should only have to hit the live button there. Is it ready?
And now it's time for another broadcast of the Brown County Hornets on BCHornetsports.com, your source for Brown County sports. Today's broadcast is brought to you by All About Dance and More, B&N Trucking, Brown County State Bank, Cass Communications, Double K Firearms, Farmer State Bank and Trust Company of Mount Sterling, Farmer State Bank of Greggsville, Hinderker Funeral Home, Henry Automotive, Cassing Lumber, Larry Dunn Accounting, The Land Guys LLC, Mount Sterling Savings Center, Moreland and Devitt Pharmacy, Prairie Land FS, Ray Insurance Agency, A Rustic Gardens, Scranton Heating and Cooling, Yingling and Nissen Agency, and York Tire. And now the broadcast of the Brown County Hornets on BCHornetsports.com, your source for Brown County sports.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast. Steve Surratt with you, Kevin Dieterle, and down running YouTube tonight for us, it'll be Daniel Rissman. Welcome to Channel 2 tonight. We designated this tournament in Channel 2 on the MixLR app, and tomorrow will be number 1. Daniel will be number 1 down in Champaign with Kevin and the 9 and 10-year-olds tomorrow. And I guess I should say 8, 9, and 10s, even though we don't have any 8-year-olds. It is 8, 9, and 10 now.
It is. A couple years ago they changed that, yep.
And so with that, we need to recognize that. Playing tonight against Brown County in the sectional, and I think this is sectional 1, will be Salem. They had quite the drive up here, at least probably 4 hours up here for the ball game tonight. And so that'll be their trip, and they're up here for the weekend. Loser plays on Saturday, though. They get tomorrow off, so I don't know if they're going back home to work tomorrow if they don't play tomorrow night. But the winner plays tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Saturday, I believe that game is at 1 in the afternoon. Boy, I sure wish they'd move that game to 7 o'clock at night. To me, it'd make a lot of sense. Maybe by 1 it won't be excruciating yet.
We
play
at noon on Saturday. Yeah. I'm not excited about that.
And then as I looked at the field, unless some trees have grown tremendously at that field, there is not a lot of shade for fans to get out of the sun there.
Yeah, I think they're going to have a couple tents set up over there in Champaign, but hopefully we're going to travel well. We got quite a few fans probably traveling, and hopefully they'll bring some tents, and we can get some kids some rest in between innings.
Tents and ice and fans and anything else you can lay your hands on. Daniel will probably let you plug into his plug-in and run an extension cord over to get a cooling fan maybe going for those guys. But we're glad that you could join us on the broadcast tonight. You're listening to the Scranton Heating and Cooling pregame show. Call the Comfort Man at Scranton Heating and Cooling in Mount Sterling. They'll install Trane and Mitsubishi equipment, service all geothermals, furnaces, air conditioners, heat pumps, and ductless mini split systems. Call the Comfort Man at 773-2626 or visit them on the web at comfortman.com. We'll take a quick station break. You're listening to BC Hornet Sports, your source for Brown County sports and more.
It's the new year and time for a new you. You deserve better. How about treating yourself to a better way of life? Something more reliable, something faster, like the high-speed internet service from Castcom. Call and ask about our specials today at 1-800-252-1799. Another great way to save is to bundle your services. Add a home phone for the family or a local TV with our Broadvision cable services. Call and bundle all 3 today at 800-252-1799.
There's a difference between field experts and experts in the field. At Prairieland FS, we're experts in the field. Our crop specialists are trusted advisors, driven to maximize every acre and bring the latest agronomic technologies and innovations to your farm. Whether recommending the appropriate hybrid or variety, nutrient management for optimum growth, or advice on disease and pest management, our crop specialists are always focused on pointing your operations forward. Learn more at prairielandfs.com.
Just like a coach preparing their team for a new season, Doug and Darren, your ASC certified technicians at Henry Automotive, will make sure your vehicle is ready for whatever season is ahead. Henry Automotive provides dealership quality auto repair and service at hometown prices. Henry Automotive, located at 1157 690th East Street in Mount Sterling. Just turn north at the KC Hall onto Damon Road, drive 1.8 miles, and look for the big blue and yellow sign, or call Henry Automotive at 773-9066.
When it comes to your money, local is better. Farmers National Bank of Griggsville is here in the heart of the community, working where we live. We make sensible loans to our friends and neighbors so that we can help our community grow. Stop by and see our friendly staff and see what we can do to meet your financial goals. Located in Griggsville, Pittsfield, and Mount Sterling. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Steve Surratt and Kevin Dieterle back with you on the broadcast tonight. This is sectional action in the state of Illinois. I believe there are 4 sectionals, I think, Kevin, 1 through 4, that they're playing, and the top team comes out, and that'll be 4 for the state tournament. Shout out to the Pike County girls,
Absolutely.
11 and 12-year-olds playing. They got out of this, won the state,
Yep.
and now they're in the next regional,
Yep.
the United States regional. And so they're playing. That game's going to be on ESPN. I believe it's Monday night, isn't it?
Yep, that's right. And that's back-to-back years for them to make it out, to win the state championship and to head over to Indiana.
And so big kudos out to them. Brown County's excited. We almost had 3 teams in the next division here, but the girls lost by like 1 and then ended up losing in a loser's bracket and finally losing in the tournament. So, but we're thankful. 9 and 10 boys, as we said, playing in Champaign in the sub-pool state.
Yep.
And 2 teams will go, of the 3, 2 teams will go on.
2 teams move on.
And you're fortunate you get to play Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday, but I don't know if it's fortunate because of the times of the game. 5:30 heat of the day, noon heat of the day. So we'll take what we can get. We're just excited to have an opportunity to move on.
Do we know who you're playing yet?
Yeah, on Friday we're going to play East Champaign, and then on Saturday we're going to play Olney. So Olney is kind of one of those teams that seems to always be around. You always hear about them. We're excited to have an opportunity to kind of get out of our region and play some different talent.
I can tell you what, Doug Henry is excited as could be, just like you are. His goal was to win the district.
Sure.
And kind of get the monkey off their back after a couple of years ago. And yours kind of the same. The monkey had kind of been on the 9 and 10-year-olds from that, and so everybody's got the monkeys off their back. Let's talk about the B&N Trucking starting lineups for tonight, brought to you by B&N Trucking. They're locally owned and operated since 1999 with a family-oriented, family values approach to business. If you need something hauled or want to be part of their team as a driver or owner-operator, call B&N Trucking, 217-289-3555. For the visiting Salem squad, this will be their batting order. It'll be Dayton Parker. He'll lead off, and he'll play left field. Cooper Lobeck will be at second base, and he's batting second. Your third place hitter will be Hayden Purcell. He'll be in right field. Aiden Rose will be your cleanup hitter, and he'll play shortstop. Rhett Dietering will be your first baseman, and he'll bat fifth. Your sixth place hitter will be Ryan Dietering, and he will catch. Gavin Decker will be your pitcher for this evening. He'll bat in the 7th spot. And in the 8th spot, Wes Hunter. He'll play third base. Lyric Black will be in center field, and he will finish out the starting lineup. For Brown County, it'll be Maverick Henry on the mound this evening. And Jack Buss catching at first base, Maddox Wydell. Your second baseman is Dylan Rice. Mitchell Oliver will be at third. Your shortstop will be Ty Fullerton. In left field will be Trey Fullerton. Deacon Barrett in center. and Thomas Boylan in right. And that's your B&N Trucking starting lineups, brought to you by B&N Trucking. Family owned, family values business. If you need something hauled, like gravel, maybe you need more gravel after that wet spring we've had. Maybe you need some dirt. You found low spots in your yard that you need filled in. Call Kent Boylan and the people out of B&N Trucking at 217-773, or excuse me, 217-289-3555. And Steve Surratt, Kevin Dieterle, and Daniel Rissman running the YouTube tonight. We'll bring you YouTube of the Brown County games all weekend. As soon as I find out when we're playing, we'll know who's running that part of it. But Kevin will take off on us tomorrow. I'll be back solo unless I grab somebody out of the stands to do it. Now, let's talk about the Henry Automotive keys to the game. Call your ASC technicians, Doug and Darren Henry, for dealership quality auto repair and service at hometown prices. It's Henry Automotive, 773-9066. And boy, am I glad I got my air conditioning fixed by those guys last week. Doug got me in, got it taken care of. But keys to the game, Kevin, we use the same 4 all the time because, you know what, in sports, you have your basics, and unless you can achieve the goal,
sure,
you're going to continue that. You might even add some more to it with a particular team. But for us, it's always the pitching.
Absolutely.
And keeping those balls, base on balls down.
Absolutely.
Because base on balls, we say equal runs.
All day long. Yep, make them earn it.
And all through the tournament, that has proved true.
Yep.
The other thing is errors. Errors lead to runs. And we've seen that through all the tournament play that we've had. Doesn't make any difference what age group it is. That runner comes back to haunt you, usually scores. From the batter's box, number one, not leaving people on base, because that does not get you runs.
Sure.
And we saw opportunities. What was it? The Cardinals the other night had runners at second and third and couldn't get the runner home.
Yep.
Lost the ball game. And that's the way things usually work out because you're not getting it done. And then the last one, I think you came up with this, is put the bat on the ball. And we've seen it time and time again. When the bat gets on the ball, things happen, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Be aggressive at the plate. You want to put the bat on the ball just to put that pressure on the defense, And I'll add one more tonight for Brown County.
Okay.
Their key to the game: get these butterflies out early. Every one of these boys out here is at a new level that they've never been at before. So, go out there, play your game. But, we're going to see I think we're probably going to see some mistakes early on. Maybe, not around the plate where you'd like to be. Maybe swinging at some pitches out of the zone. But get that out early and then just play your tails off. And for Salem, we'll call it jet lag.
Yeah, there you go. I was thinking
lag.
of the same term that you were thinking of. Yeah, I would call it jet lag. 4-hour trip, heat of the day. It's not exciting. And so, that'll be what's going on with them. We're going to take another station break before this game gets on. We've got 4 umpires tonight, and it looks like behind the plate will be Eric Grady, Brian Ingram, Nick Henniker, and who is the 4th one down there?
He's a Macomb guy.
Yep.
I can't remember his name.
Well, but at any rate, we got 4 umpires tonight. We'll be back after this station break. You've been listening to the Scranton Heating and Cooling pregame show.
This is Brandon Kindhart with Double K Firearms. Have you ever been in a big box store and saw something you just couldn't live without, only to find out the employee has no idea what he's selling? The same guy that was behind the deli counter the day before. At Double K Firearms, we treat you like family and want you to enjoy your experience while you're here. We buy, sell, and trade new and used firearms and much, much more. We offer an amazing selection and extremely competitive price. We would love to get you set up with whatever it is you're looking for, whether it's for hunting, recreation, or just adding to your collection. That's Double K Firearms, 212 East Main Street, Mount Sterling, or call 217-430-7523. And remember, always support local, and the best time to buy it's when you see it.
Cassing Lumber Company, your do-it-best quality paint dealer, mixes unique paint colors for any project. Bring a sample of your pillows, curtains, or other items, and Cassings will scan them into their computer. Mix your unique color of do-it-best quality paint and save the information. Need a special gift? Cassing's gift department has gifts for everyone. Cassing Lumber Company, hometown family-owned lumber and hardware store, supporting hometown schools and families for 45 years. Route 99 South, Mount Sterling. Call 217-773-2611.
Spring has sprung, so dance, It's Sarah Hoots here with AADM Dance Studio. We are celebrating Season 12 by providing more ways for students to perform, learn choreography, and grow bold relationships together. All classes highlight traditional dance techniques, age-appropriate terms, unique choreography, and use of modern pop music. Come explore the magic of AADM with dance, tumbling, trampoline, or competitive team options. All About Dance and more, 217-473-3970.
York Tire understands that there is never a good time for a flat tire on the farm or on your commercial vehicle. That's why York's eases your pain with 24-hour farm and road assistance. They can come to you with their on-site service truck and get your equipment rolling again. York Tire offers tires for just about anything that has wheels and can service vehicles large or small. York Tire, 501 East Main Street, Mount Sterling, right behind the FS Fast Stop. Call 217-773-3947.
Free medication delivery is a practice almost unheard of in the 21st century, but consistent with Moreland and Devitt Pharmacy's friendly small-town feel, they offer same-day medication delivery on all orders. Moreland and Devitt Pharmacies, family-owned with local employees with locations in Rushville, Virginia, Beardstown, and the Mount Sterling location, located inside the IGA. For refills, visit mndpharmacy.com or call 217-773-2020.
The Mount Sterling Savings Center, a customer-owned savings bank offering online banking from your computer or mobile phone, allowing you access to your account on your schedule. The Mount Sterling Savings Center is a proud supporter of Brown County athletics. Mount Sterling Savings Center, conveniently located at 201 West Main, the intersections of Routes 24 and 99, is a branch of the Beardstown Savings located at 301 South Main. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender. The Comfort Man at Scranton Heating and Cooling has been providing superior comfort to West Central Illinois since 1985. Installing Trane and Mitsubishi comfort systems and servicing all brands, the Comfort Man has the best equipment and technicians to keep your family comfortable year-round. Call the Comfort Man Scranton Heating and Cooling at 217-773-2626. That's the Comfort Man at 217-773-2626. Or visit them on the web at comfortman.com.
The Brown County Steve Surratt on BCHornetsports.com, your source for Brown County sports. And we're glad that you're listening tonight. Glad the Kennedy Zone is out there and listening. Hope you can see that the game has started and are going to start in a couple of minutes. They're doing the announcing of the players out there. And Kevin, you talked about one of the keys to the game for Brown County being get the butterflies out early, and for Salem to get used to not being in the car, get your legs out there, and they had the boys over here doing that. But there's got to be a certain amount of the butterflies. Brown County's at home.
Right.
And when you eat home-cooked food, things are a little bit better, don't you think?
It is a little bit better, and it's got to be exciting. You know, this is the second time, I think, in 3 years that we've had an opportunity to host the sub-state, what used to be called just the sectional. And what an advantage it should be for us as the Brown County Hornets to play in front of your home crowd and go home at night and sleep in your own bed.
And I tell you what, every time I'm here, I look at this field and I am so proud of what happens with this field. The football field gets recognized a lot.
Sure.
But I tell you what, this baseball diamond, other than I keep telling them they need to cut that grass strip all the way to home plate, that gets a little ragged from where the pitchers come down and around it. And keep that. But this field is so awesome to come to. We have great covered facilities here. Of course, with the tournaments going on, we normally broadcast up from the air conditioning.
Right.
And we have to come down here to where the real people watch the ball games. And so we're glad to be able to be down here and do it. They take care of us. I tell you what, Kurt Boylan, Kent Boylan, and anybody around here, make sure we get taken care of, because they love the broadcast and love what's going on with the broadcast. So we're thankful for that, and we're thankful that we're able to come and to do this. And the video has been such a great new thing.
Yeah, it's awesome, and I want to reiterate what you just said. I mean, Ryan Miller has taken over as a director of this tournament, and Ryan does a great job. This year Ryan doesn't even have a kid in Little League, and Ryan still steps up and helps out the board a ton. And Rick Kunkel comes out here and spends countless hours on this field, and all the volunteers, like you said. I mean,
Mark Stevenson's been here through the girls and the boys to do a lot of the
announcing. Yep, exactly.
And, you know, Colin Boylan comes out here and works on this field during the day. I've seen him out here in the heat of the day after it rains, making sure everything's the way it needs to be. And then, of course, Kurt supervising him. Which is we see Mike Boylan, we see all kinds of other people that are over there cooking. I know Sean Volk's over there.
Yep.
And Steve Beheimer is usually over there helping, and we just really appreciate it. And we put a plea out because it's going to cost us a little bit more money to go over to Champaign for people to help us out with the broadcast, you know, listeners, as opposed to businesses.
Yep.
Because the businesses help us out a lot already, and some people, I want to just thank some people that came forward and said, here, we enjoy what you're doing, and I tell you what, that helps out. And so I know people coming up to you from the basketball and said, we're glad that you're broadcasting. I couldn't make it to the game last night, or it was, you know, too cold, too wet.
Yep.
And just that has been unbelievable. And the businesses have been unbelievable in getting us started, and we want to keep it that way. And we've been able to buy the video equipment. And, folks, if you come around, we'll show you what the video equipment's made of. This is not a cheap setup here. Nick Hindeker found it. We want to do as professional a production as possible. We would love for any young person this year that would like to come in and learn for football. We haven't got things set up for the baseball diamonds out there yet. But football, basketball, and run the cameras for us. So, and Daniel can listen on here. You might try the instant replay tonight because there is a memory card in the in there. So I don't know if you have to hit the record button for that to happen, Daniel, or what needs to be done, but you can play with that a little bit. And so take a look at that. And but we do have a memory card in there. We're going to stand for the Star Spangled Banner. This is BC Hornet Sports, your source for Brown County sports and more. We'll be back.
State Bank is proud to support all the Brown County Hornets athletic programs. In fact, we're the only bank offering the Hornet debit card. Every time the card is used at a point of sale, a portion of the proceeds are contributed to the Brown County School. It's our part of our commitment to making them the best they can be. Contact the Brown County State Bank today to get your Hornet debit card at 773-3327. Brown County State Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
When it comes to handling your taxes, ever feel a bit taxed? If so, why not give yourself some well-deserved tax relief and visit Larry Dunn Accounting. Larry and his staff have been helping clients with tax return preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, sales tax, and business consultation since 1980. Put their experience to work for you today. After almost 5 decades in business, their number one priority remains building long-term relationships. Larry Dunn Accounting, 443 East Main Street in Mount Sterling, or call 217-773-3400.
The Hendricker Funeral Home, located at 406 South Capitol Avenue in Mount Sterling, serving Brown County and the surrounding area for over 40 years. The Hendricker Funeral Home is a proud supporter of Brown County athletics. Jamie and Tracy Hendricker and their staff are proud of their attention to detail, the variety of choices and dignity given to each and every family they serve in their time of need. For more information, visit them on the web at hendrickerfuneralhome.com or give them a call at 773-3362. Once again, that's 773-3362.
Farmers State Bank and Trust Company of Mount Sterling would like to wish the Hornets best of luck this season. A local bank with local people, local decisions, and local investments. The Farmers State Bank and Trust has been serving the financial needs of Brown County for over 100 years. Visit them today for all your banking needs at the main bank in Mount Sterling, the For Sales branch, the Timewell branch, or the branch located inside the IGA in Mount Sterling. Farmers State Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Steve Surratt, Kevin Dieterle, and Daniel Ritzman down there on YouTube for us on BC Hornet Sports, your source for Brown County sports and more, with the broadcast tonight of the 11 and 12-year-old sectional. It'll be Brown County against Salem. You've been listening to the Scranton Heating and Cooling pregame show. Call the Comfort Man at Scranton Heating and Cooling in Mount Sterling. They'll install Trine and Mitsubishi equipment, service all geothermals, furnaces, air conditioners, heat pumps, and ductless mini systems. call the Comfort Man at 773-2626 or visit them at comfortman.com. And I sure hope everybody got their air conditioning checked out before this week got here, Kevin.
Gonna get pretty warm the rest of the week, so absolutely get to calling them if you haven't.
Yep, the weekend's going to be here pretty quickly. And so got the coaches. It's going to be Doug Henry, the head coach, Tony Rice, and
Dusty Bus.
Yep. And so let's go back over the B&N Trucking starting lineups tonight. For Salem, it'll be Parker leading off, Lobick second, Purcell third, Rose fourth, Brett Dietering fifth, Ryan Dietering sixth, Gavin Decker 7, Wes Hunter 8, and Lyric Black 9 spot. For Brown County, pitching tonight will be Maverick Henry. On the catcher will be Jack Buss, and folks, he's one of the better young catchers that I've seen in Little League. Had a rough tournament the last tournament, but everybody else helped out, and so he'll be behind the plate. At first base will be Maddox Wydell. At second base will be Dylan Rice, and Mitchell Oliver will be at third. Tice Fullerton at shortstop, Trey Fullerton in left, Deacon Barrett in center, and Thomas Boylan in right field. Daniel, what? I got the recording set up. Okay, cool. We may be able to use the instant replay for you tonight. Boy, if that happens, Eric Grady may not like it. I don't know. But we would have loved to have had that because it records all of the camera angles, and if we don't get it to a camera in time, and we're talking about a really good play like Deacon Barrett made in center field in the last tournament, we'll be able to replay that for people on YouTube so that they can see that in the broadcast. And that's one of the things we're really, really looking forward to here. And when we say BC Hornet Sports, your source for Brown County sports and more, you can go online and see the 2019 graduation of Brown County High School out there. Wonderful quality recording done by Nick Hindiger with our equipment. We're hoping to do the homecoming parade to set up and at least give you a one camera view of what's going on, maybe a front view and a back view, maybe a couple of views that we can give you of the parade and what's going on there so that people can get into homecoming. That'll be September 20th, Fall Festival weekend, and they're still making plans for that as Brown County takes the field. Kevin, thoughts from you as a coach about this ball game right here?
Yeah, I'm kind of quiet right now because I'm not even coaching this ball game and I'm nervous. That's kind of what my thoughts are. When the two teams are lined up on the foul lines, I thought, man, if we were playing basketball, we might be in trouble. Salem's got a lot of size. It's just exciting for these boys to be able to see some kids that they've never seen before. It looks like Salem's got some hitters, and that's just literally just looking at a kid. Defense is going to be key for Brown County. For Mr. Henry on the mound, he's going to have to throw strikes. For Mr. Buss behind the plate, he's going to have to block balls in the dirt. You can't afford errors. You can't afford drop third strikes. The small things are what's going to really get you in trouble, and hopefully these boys come out here tonight with no butterflies, and Maverick throws strikes, and everything's good.
Well, and one of the things I see you do as a coach that I think is really good, and one of the reasons is we should have had a shortened ball game in the heat here against Quincy, and it was 14-0, which means we had to play 4 innings of ball and use a pitcher in an inning that we didn't need to use. And when you get opportunities, particularly if you can get that 10-run lead first,
yep,
you get that, but then you go for the 15, and you don't let off until you get it. And then I saw you politely let off. Yep. You let off the accelerator, and I think teams understand that. And also that, guess what? You scored 10 or 15 runs. They could also. So
right,
you can't take anything for granted. You don't want to keep putting it in their face, but you need to do that. And so for us, we're hoping Brown County tonight gets those opportunities to get some runs in clusters. Because when you get runs in clusters, particularly early on, it takes some of those nerves out of there.
Absolutely, yeah. If you put up a crooked number here, if you shut them down early here in the top of the first, and then you go up in the bottom of the first, and you put up 2, 3, 4, you might just shut Salem down for the rest of the game.
And so step in as Deacon Parker, the left fielder. Henry looks into Buss, throws, Strike one at the knees, and that'll be an 0-1 count. And that's what you want to do if you're Maverick Henry. Get ahead on that count.
Start ahead, work ahead. We say it a million times during a game.
Ground ball to the shortstop. Fullerton throws over to first to Wydell. That's Tice over to Wydell. And that's 6-3 on the out, and we got the first out of the ball game there in the first batter.
Tough play there for Fullerton. The ball kind of took an awkward hop right in front of him, and he did a great job gloving it and making a nice throw over to first base.
LaBecca up to bat. I heard that's how Mark Stevenson pronounced it. Henry throws to him, pop up into left field. That'll be Trey Fullerton. He's not going to get to this ball, and it bounces off a truck out there. And a home run, and like that, it is Salem 1 and Brown County nothing here in the top of the first on the Cass Communication scoreboard here on our Little League broadcast. We want to welcome our listeners out there. I know on the audio we've got at least 6 or more listeners because we don't see everybody that's out there. We figured that out because a lot of people go to the website. And Doug Henry going to come out and talk, and they're going to make a pitching change right out of the gate. And I think there's strategy going on right here.
Well, I don't know about strategy. What I'm thinking, just from watching Maverick kind of trying to stretch his arm out, is he wasn't throwing as hard as he normally does, and so I think that maybe he's got a little bit of arm soreness, and that's pure speculation. I sound like Stephen A. Smith on ESPN, just coming up with his own thing here, but he didn't look comfortable at all. He's only 4 pitches in, I believe, and just didn't look comfortable. But I want to say something to our viewers or listeners out there that Lebec just hit an opposite field home run. That doesn't happen in Little League very often anymore. Since they switched to the USA bats, they don't have as much pop, and he got a hold of that one and sent it out there to left center field.
The reason why I said that is we've watched Deacon Barrett through part of the Little League season and in the tournament, and Deacon works best when he doesn't know that he's pitching.
Yep.
And he does better in relief than he does as a starter. And we'll find out whether he's got it or not because he either has it or he doesn't have it. He's one of those pitchers that's either hot or cold.
Yeah, and it doesn't take very long to figure it out. I mean, you just sitting here watching him warm up, he looks really good. He could look good for one batter, and then he could lose it. And that's Little League baseball in general. 9, 10, 11, 12, it doesn't matter. You know, Colin's going to throw for us tomorrow night, and, you know, he's a veteran 10-year-old, I guess I would call him, and I'll know early if he's got it or if he doesn't and what we need to do.
Yeah, part of the problem as a Little League coach is knowing when it's time to pull somebody.
It is, yeah.
Knowing those signs, because that was one of my more difficult things until I got to know the pitchers and know the telltale signs, like falling off the rubber or, you know, trying to guide the ball in, things like that when they're struggling. And you can go too long, and it can be your fault that all the runs score because you didn't make the move fast enough.
Absolutely. And sometimes it just boils down to pure emotions. How emotional is your pitcher, and how much can he keep that in check?
Third place batter, that's going to be Hayden Pearsall, and he's a right fielder. Big kid. But he's not the biggest kid on this team. I think there's one more that's a little bit bigger than him. The wind in the pitch. Ball, that's going to be ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out here. Top of the first, in Salem leading on a 1-0 on the Cass Communication scoreboard on a Cooper Lobuck home run. Third pitch is a strike. That'll make it 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. The wind and the throw. Swing and a miss at the low fastball. Evens the count out at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You could tell Purcell he's aggressive. You could tell he's a big kid. He's aggressive. He probably swings the bat all the time, and he went out of the zone there.
2-2 pitch from Barrett. Wind in the throw. Popped a foul, and that's going to be out of play. That'll make it still a 2-2 count as we'll redo 2-2 over again. Salem got here early, was able to get some fielding in and get acclimated to things after being in the air-conditioned car all the way here. The wind in the throw. Ground ball past the third baseman. That's a base hit. Trey Fullerton picks it up. The runner rounds first with a big wind and stays there, and that's going to be the second hit of the ball game for Salem as Purcell gets on first base, and it'll be Aiden Rose here. Aiden Rose is big guy too. He's not as heavy as Purcell, but every bit as tall and lanky.
Yeah, I would say he's every bit of 6'1" already, and he's 12 years old. So
yeah, the wind and the throw by Barrett. Ball, runner gets a good lead but doesn't go.
And one thing I've seen out of Jack Buss a few times is that snap throw down to first. I've seen him pick up a couple kids off, so we'll be watching for that.
Wind and the throw low. That makes it 2-0. 2-0 the count on Aiden Rose, the shortstop. The wind and the throw by Barrett. In the dirt, back to the fence, and the runner, Purcell's going to go to second base. That'll make it a 3-0 count.
Yeah, that's tough. On that pitch there, Deacon didn't even really give Jack a chance. The ball bounced a couple feet in front of the plate, and Jack wasn't able to smother it.
Barrett winds. Andy throws. Strike on the outside corner. That'll make it 3-1. Still a batter's count here, Kevin.
Absolutely. 3-1, 2-0. They've seen those counts here in the last couple batters, so Brown County's got to start ahead in the count.
Wind in the throw by Barrett. Swing and a grounder to the second baseman, Rice. He bobbles it, throws to first, and it's going to be late. And so that's going to be an infield hit.
That's one of those plays where, as an infielder, you have to charge the ball, because if you let the ball come to you, that ball's going to play you instead of you playing the ball. So, and that's kind of what Dylan did there. Unfortunately, he let the ball play him, hopped up on him, and he wasn't able to get the out at first.
Rhett Dietering, the first baseman, he comes up the fifth batter of the inning. Just one out here in the top of the first. First pitch to him as a strike. Runner goes down to second. They throw to the shortstop as a decoy. And it'll be second and third now. One out, 1-0 on the Cass Communications scoreboard on the home run by Lobach. The wind by Barrett in the throw low. Jack Buss keeps it out in front of him. Nice stop there. That's going to make the count 1-1. And there we saw the talent of Jack Buss when he can get in front of that ball and keep it out in front of him. Wind by Barrett in the throw. Outside, that's going to be a ball, 2-1. Now, I'm not complaining about the strike zone here, but I will tell you that Eric Grady's strike zone is not as far outside. But 3-1 count.
Well, you know, it's tough, and, you know, these guys obviously have their own set strike zone, but, you know, Mr. Grady does a ton of high school baseball games, so making that transition to 11 and 12, it's not a huge transition for him, you know. He expects the same accountability out of these pitchers. As looks like Dietering's going to take a walk here, and he'll have the bases loaded with one out here, and Deacon Barrett still on the mound, kind of struggling through here.
Ryan Dietering, the catcher, up now. He'll bat from the left-hand side of the plate, it looks like. Catches, wears the number 2, plays the number 2 position.
What's really interesting about 11 and 12-year-old being in this bracket play is the strategy they're going to have to use for pitching. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to be a base hit for Dietering.
And an RBI. That scores Purcell from third base, making the Cass Communications scoreboard 2 for Salem, and nothing. Brown County has not batted yet. Rose moves to third, Rhett Dieterling to second, and Ryan Dieterling at first. Ball gets past the catcher. Nobody coming. Good hustle by Jack Buss on that. Good job by Barrett to come in. Coach is saying be more aggressive, get up the line. And you can bet Salem's going to be aggressive. They drove up here. They want to be here tomorrow night to play ball. Ball high. That'll make it 2 balls and no strikes. Barrett struggling to get ahead in the count.
He's 19 pitches already, and he hasn't recorded an out for himself yet. So could be interesting to see what Coach Henry does here. And that's what makes it so interesting. If you win tonight, you play tomorrow. So do you try to save a kid, which was what maybe he was doing with Maverick early, but that was 3 pitches into the ball game.
I tend to agree with you. There was something else that he saw. Maybe he said my arm's a little rough before the game started, and Doug just made sure he had a short leash on him.
Yep. And you have to do that. I mean, you know, Maverick's a 12-year-old kid. He plays a lot of baseball. So the most important thing is to take care of your ball players and don't put them in a position to hurt themselves worse.
Wind in the throw. Strike on the outside corner. That's going to make it a full count. 3-2 count. Bases loaded. 1 out here. Barrett really needs to get the out for Brown County to make it 2 outs here. Good for us. The sun is kind of gone under some clouds. Nice breeze out here. Popped up on the right side. Wydell has it, steps on the bag, and gets the double play, and that's exactly what you needed to end that inning. So 3 on the pop out and 3 unassisted at first base. And so with that, Salem gets 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base as we head to the bottom of the first. It's Salem 2 and Brown County coming back on the Cass Communications scoreboard.
The Ray Insurance Agency is an independent insurance agency in Mount Sterling. We offer competitively priced insurance products that fit the needs of you and your family. We specialize in personal, commercial, and agribusiness insurance products. So call me, Brad Cassing, today at 217-773-3851 for a free quote and risk assessment. We are located at 1
Land Guys LLC is a land brokerage company dedicated to connecting sellers and buyers through the use of innovative marketing that includes professional photography and videography. Land Guys LLC had over $80 million in sales last year and averaged selling a farm every 2.5 days. Named one of America's best brokerages, contact your local Land Guys broker, Toby Stay, at 217-257-6096 or go to landguys.net. A Rustic Garden ships home and garden accents coast to coast, right from its location in Mount Sterling. The folks there customize each sale by painting unique and vintage colors to match the look of the home or flower garden. Shop arusticgarden.com to find a flower arbor or wedding arch and get it shipped directly to your front door. That's arusticgarden.com, Mount Sterling, Illinois.
It's the new year and time for a new you. You deserve better. How about treating yourself to a better way of life? Something more reliable, something faster, like the high-speed internet service from Cascom. Call and ask about our specials today at 1-800-252-1799. Another great way to save is to bundle your services. Add a home phone for the family or a local TV with our Broad Vision cable services. Call and bundle all 3 today at 800-252-1799.
Steve Surratt, Kevin Dieterle, and Daniel Rissman back with you on the broadcast tonight on BC Hornet Sports, your source for Brown County sports and more. And Daniel down there taking care of the YouTube for us, making sure you can hear. Send him a message out there on YouTube if you've got a comment. We got 4 different views up for you tonight in this ball game. We'd love to have that center field camera that Nick keeps promising us that we'll get. But first up for Brown County as we head to the bottom of the first with Salem leading 2-0 on the Cass Communications scoreboard as Maverick Henry, the pitcher, will lead things off, followed by Tice Fullerton. Then it'll be Trey Fullerton. Henry hits a base hit into center field, and that was Black. Made a great play on the ball to hold him to a single, and that got some of the jitters out right there.
Absolutely. A great swing by Mavo. Just drove it right up the middle. Honestly, I almost hit it too hard because the center fielder, he took a peek at first base. He was thinking about trying to throw that ball to first base.
And so. Maverick is not known for his speed.
Yeah, he was, and get a little bit older and you don't grow into that body yet.
Ground ball up the middle. Base hit again. Black looks at second, but that is going to be late. And bang, bang, base hits. The advantage for Salem here is their pitchers pitched 2 pitches and gave up 2 base hits.
Right, and for Salem, if I always tell my boys, you're throwing strikes and they're putting the ball in play, I'm good with it. So you're not mad about this. You can work out of it with defense. Just keep throwing strikes.
Well, it's bothering him. I can tell you, Decker, that is bothering him right now that they've hit it right back up the middle. Popped up into right field. Right fielder Purcell comes in, makes the catch, and that'll be the first out. As Purcell makes the catch in short right field. And so it'll bring up the 4th place hitter, Mitchell Oliver, the 3rd baseman, with 1 out. Brown County has Henry at second and Tice Fullerton down at first base. The wind and the throw by Decker. Strike on the outside corner. That'll make it 0-1 to Mitchell Oliver. Deacon Barrett on deck.
If there's a scouting report on Mitchell Oliver, it's right center all day, so I look for a gapper right here to score both runs.
Wind in the throw. Ball, nice hold up on the swing, makes it 1-1. There are some guys that are naturally opposite field gap hitters, and they're always, no matter what the speed of the pitcher is, just a click behind.
Absolutely, and that's, you know, letting the ball travel, which is what you preach, what you coach, and then it doesn't matter the speed of the pitcher. If you're letting the ball travel against a guy who's throwing harder or a guy who's throwing softer, you know, that's where you're going to hit it.
1-2 the count to Oliver, 1 out. Fouled off, he stays alive, keeps it 1-2. And I don't know why I say on deck, because guess what? In Little League, there can't be any on deck circles.
Oh,
safety, safety, safety.
The guy that is on deck can't even have a bat in his hand. That's a Little League rule as well.
Ground ball to the right side. That's going to be the left-handed Lobach. Throws over to Rhett Dieterling for the out. Everybody else advances up, so that'll be 4-3 on the out. And that'll move Tice to second base. Tice Fullerton and Maverick Henry to third, bringing up Deacon Barrett. And we've seen Deacon Barrett get a hold of one and send one out of here.
Yeah, and Deacon is kind of an all-or-nothing kid, just like he is on the mound. You know, I mean, I love his effort. But if he gets a hold of one, it'll go.
The wind and the throw by Decker. Strike on the outside corner, doing a good job of getting ahead in the count when he gets more than one pitch thrown.
Absolutely. Decker's still sitting at 9 pitches with runners on second and third with 2 outs. You just don't see that very often.
The wind and the throw. Strike on the outside corner. It's going to be 0-2 on the count. Well, we'll give the difference right now. He's setting at 10 pitches, and Barrett came in after 2 batters, and he's setting at 23 pitches.
That's a pretty big deal for your coach and your strategy.
The wind and the throw by Decker. Just missed outside. 1-2.
That was a pretty close pitch there. I wouldn't want
Almost
to see that
too
on
close
instant
to
replay.
take, yeah. The wind and the throw. Swing and a miss by Barrett. That's going to be an out. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. As we head to the top of the second, it's Salem 2 and Brown County nothing. We'll be back.
Growers trust Prairieland FS to deliver top-performing hybrids and variants that promise the highest profit potential at harvest. Our crop specialists offer seed solutions and expert recommendations tailored to each grower's fields, utilizing cutting-edge productions from our highly respected brand lineup, helping you to maximize every acre. Contact your local Prairieland FS crop specialist today.
Just like a coach preparing their team for a new season, Doug and Darren, your ASC certified technicians at Henry Automotive, will make sure your vehicle is ready for whatever season is ahead. Henry Automotive provides dealership quality auto repair and service at hometown prices. Henry Automotive, located at 1157 690th East Street in Mount Sterling. Just turn north at the KC Hall onto Damon Road, drive 1.8 miles, and look for the big blue and yellow sign, or call Henry Automotive at 773-9066.
Steve Surratt, Kevin Dieterle back with you. Daniel Rissman down on the YouTube. Daniel will be bringing the broadcast on number 1 for you. And he says, okay, a little information here from the radio station down in Salem. Sports director down there says got you tuned in. Salem won their own district 19-1 over Mount Carmel.
Wow.
We appreciate the guy down at JBD Sports listening to us up here and giving us some things to talk about because we don't get a lot of advance information from the teams. If I knew ahead of time, I'd send a nice little letter out or get in touch with the guys at the radio station there. We appreciate him listening tonight. Hope he's enjoying the broadcast. And if he's listening online, he can listen on the MixLR app or at the BC Hornet Sports site, or he can go there and he can also look at the YouTube. First batter for Salem is going to be Wes Hunter, the third baseman. First pitch to him is a strike as Barrett gets ahead in the count this time. 0-1 the count. 2-0 Salem here, top of the second inning. in 11 and 12-year-old sectional baseball. First night action. Only one game tonight. There's only, what, three teams in
Yep.
in the tournament. The wind and the throw. Swing and a miss. That's going to be strike two, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the loser of this game goes to the loser's bracket. The loser's bracket does not play till Saturday because the winner's got to play so we can keep things going. It's just flipped backwards the way it normally is if you had like 4 teams.
Right, it's different. I mean, it's almost an advantage to lose tonight just so you get the night off, or you can throw a kid for 35 pitches here in the first couple innings and see where you're at.
Ball low makes it a full count on Wes Hunter. Nobody out. Salem leading 2-0 on the Cass Communication scoreboard. Deacon Barrett on the mound. Jack Buss behind the plate. Deacon and Buss. Strike on the outside corner for a called strike 3, and that's Barrett's first strikeout of the ball game. He's got 1 strikeout and 1 base on balls. Next will be Lyric Black, as he is the center fielder. Bats from the left-hand side. His first opportunity tonight. The wind by Barrett and the throw. Ball low. Kevin, now do you find that still there's more left-handers than there used to be, but do you find out the kids have difficulty throwing to left-handers? Ground ball foul, and we'll give the coach at third base a C- on getting down in front of that ball.
Yeah, definitely an E.
And the umpire didn't do any better.
Absolutely.
Backing up that play.
Yeah, and I don't think we have issues throwing to left-hand batters. I think at this age, the kids are just so worried about throwing a strike, they don't really think too far into it, and if they do, that probably gets them in trouble as Barrett bounces one, making the count 2 balls, 1 strike.
Infield, third baseman Oliver, he's playing in on the grass down there at third. He's looking for that slap hit down there. Ball low. I mean, he tried to overthrow that ball right there.
That was exactly my thought. I mean, you could tell he's just trying to do too much right now. Right now, he just needs to play pitch and catch with Jack behind the plate and see what happens. Let him put the ball in play.
Timeout. As they're trying to get a ball out, the kid jumps the field and just comes in and gets the ball while the ball game's going on.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah. At least he wasn't streaking or anything like that.
We'd have to turn the cameras off then.
Yeah, wind in the throw. Pop foul back over on the softball diamond on the left side. And we'll come back and do it again. And it's going to be 3-2 with 1 out here. Top of the second inning. Salem leading 2-0 on the Cass Communication scoreboard. Salem in green and black lettering. Green and red lettering.
Yeah, Christmas colors.
Red sleeves. He slaps that one over into the other field.
Right now, I really like Black's approach at the plate. He's about 2 steps out of the box before you realize that the ball's foul. He's not playing any games. He's ready to get out and get down to first.
A wind in the throw by Barrett. Swing and a miss as Barrett gets a second strikeout, 2 in this inning. That'll be 2 outs as we head back to the top of the order for Dayton Parker. Dayton Parker grounded to the shortstop in the first. Was out 6-3. Barrett winds and throws. Ball low. 1-0. 1-0 pitch.
Interesting approach from a leadoff hitter. If you watch his front foot, he kind of toe taps and then he steps towards third, which is, in my coaching book is cardinal sin. But he's batting leadoff for a district championship team, so it must be working for him.
The wind and the throw by Barrett. Popped up into the right side, and that's out of play. That'll make the count 2 balls, 1 strike on Dayton Parker, the left fielder.
Good crowd here tonight. Out in the outfield, in the bleachers.
Wind in the throw. Problem is, if you're not looking for the green and the red, there's a lot of green out here.
There's a ton of green out here.
Light green and dark green. 3-1 count, 2 outs. Barrett would like to get the third out here. Popped up foul behind us. That's going to be 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the second. And 2-0 Salem over Brown County here on the Cass Communication scoreboard. Ground ball the right side, and Wydell can't get to that ball. That's going to be brought back in by Boylan, the right fielder. They hold him to a single.
Getting into part of that order, I was just about to say that Deacon's done a good job kind of settling down, holding them to 2 so far. Getting into part of that order, Lobick hit a home run the last time up, and then the next couple kids with base hits. So getting into that trouble part of the order for Salem.
Hit the home run, the opposite field. We'll give the tail of the tape out there. Let's see. I'll have to do one of Sean Volk's things. I'd say that's about 204 feet out there that he hit that ball.
I would agree. I was going to say 207.
207. Well, I'll split the difference. The runner halfway steals. They throw to second late as he's going to make it in as Parker makes it down to second base, so that takes the force out away. And we didn't get the ball back quick enough.
No, good delayed steal there by the leadoff hitter a little bit.
Ball high. Barrett's got to keep the ball where Jack can keep it in front of him, keep this runner out of scoring position. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, runner at second base. Wind 3-0 pitch by Barrett. Curve, well, that was a changeup.
And Lobick had the green light. That's kind of surprising here early on. You might see that later on in the game when you're trailing by a run or 2 and you got a home run hitter up. But green light 3-0. So 3-1 to count now to Lobick.
See a lot of the same characteristics coaches coming up like Doug Henry. That coach looked like Doug Henry telling him how to swing the bat there. The wind and the throw. Pops the ball into short center field. The runner's going to try to score. Henry throws the ball. It's cut off. Throw to second base. There's nobody there. So that's going to be a base hit and an RBI. That makes 2 RBIs in this ball game for Lobick as he just stuck the bat out. Goes to second on the throw home. Nice job by Barrett to cut that ball off, but there was nobody on the bag.
Yeah, Steve, I'm telling you, and like I said, I don't want to diagnose a kid, but that is not Maverick Henry out there. He's stretching his arm. That ball he threw was on a line, but it was not Maverick Henry ball. Like, he did not throw the ball as hard as I know that he can, so something's going on with him out in center.
Popped up, and that's foul and out of play on the right-hand side. And so that may change things for Brown County. Some other people may have to pick up some of the pitching slack.
Absolutely, that's a big hit if that's really what's going on, and unfortunate for Mavo. And you hate to see that. This is the first time he's ever won a district as well. So you want to see him contribute from that end too.
Next pitch to Hayden Pearsall. That's foul down the third baseline. He's been foul right. He's been foul left. 0-2 count to Hayden Pearsall.
For a big kid, Steve, he moves pretty well. He got out of the box pretty quick.
Threshold on Barrett. Now, at 50 pitches, when can he come back?
That will be 2 days rest. So today's Thursday, right?
Right.
So he would be able to come back on
Saturday.
Okay.
All right. So he'll pitch to this batter, and then he'll be done, and it stops at 50 right here.
Whoa.
Fly ball into center field. Henry can't get to that. Runner around in third. Henry throws it into second. The runner's going to score, and that's going to be an RBI single for Purcell. As now Salem has 4 runs in the ball game as Lobick comes across the plate. They scored 2 in the first and 2 in the second. Had 2 outs. Got the first 2 batters on strikeouts at the bottom of the order. Going to bring in a new pitcher. And it's looks like going to be Eli Staten into the ball game. I don't know where he's going to be at. Okay, Barrett's going to go to center. Maverick Henry's going to go to second. So it'll be Eli Staten on the mound. It'll be Rice coming out of the ball game, and Henry going to second base. And center field goes back to Barrett. And you can go ahead and read it, Kevin. What's the message?
It says Gavin Decker's last outing ended with a no-hitter.
Huh. Okay.
Okay.
That's awesome to hear. And he's been pitching really well. I mean, we commented. He's only got 12 pitches through, one inning's worth of work.
This also says this is Deacon Barrett's mom watching live from Paris at 2:30 a.m. Go Brown County.
Yeah, from Paris.
From Paris.
We've gone international.
And I hope it's not Paris, Illinois, because I know it's not 2:30 a.m. in Paris, Illinois, but I'm going to say it's probably Paris. Paris,
yeah.
France. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Welcome.
So people
Thank
say,
you.
where are people listening from? Now we can say we're a worldwide broadcasting company out there. That's awesome.
That's cool.
That's why, boy, that's honestly humbling there.
Yep, that's pretty cool.
And our World Wide Web, out there on the World Wide Web, if Jack would say.
Yeah, and that, you know, I'm not speaking for her, but that has to be awesome. I know that personally, if I was in that same position, I was out of town, and I could watch my kid or listen, I mean, that's amazing. You know?
I'd like to know how the video quality is and whether there's a buffering going on and things like that. So if she could send us that information, that'd really be good. As Eli Staten takes his warm-up pitches, we probably should have went to a commercial break, but we'll just keep going. As Eli Staten comes back in, Barrett goes back to center. Staten pitches. Henry moves into second base. And that's your big changes for Brown County. And Rice comes out. And you will probably see Rice pop back in for his bat.
Sure.
Because he's got good bat. He's got the best of both, a lot of both worlds there when he was not playing the field. Every time he bat and get on, somebody else would run for him.
That's you know, that's the beauty of Little League and managing a team and being able to make those decisions to put your kids in the best position. So I'm pretty sure that Deacon won't be able to pitch until Sunday, so Friday, Saturday, and then he would be able to come back on Sunday. So it's 2 full days rest at 50 pitches. 35 would be 1 full day's rest. So
yeah, because the game on Sunday, let's see, the game on Saturday, no, it's at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
But it's got to be 48 hours.
Yes, it's not kind of it's a day. Oh.
Yep.
First pitch from Staten is up and in on the big fella.
And Purcell's going to take down to second base. Purcell with two base hits. Aiden Rose here with 1 base hit. He hits the ball right to the second baseman. Maverick Henry, it was hit so hard that he couldn't get it out of the webbing of his glove.
I think it broke his glove.
It did. A timeout while they're working on the glove. And that was a great stop on that quick ball. He went to his knees, and it just popped into the glove, and he couldn't get it out. I'm surprised he didn't try to throw the glove over there.
We've seen that at the major league level before, but I think he was so shocked to see what happened, he couldn't make that decision.
Purcell at third base. Rose at first base brings up Rhett Dietering. He got a base on balls his last time up, and Doug's going to go out and check on his glove and see what they can do. We want to thank all of our sponsors out there that help us throughout the whole year. Scranton Heating and Cooling is one of those sponsors, being in trucking. Henry Automotive, Cassing Lumber Company, Prairie Land FS, York Tire, the Brown County State Bank, the Farmer State Bank and Trust Company, Farmer State Bank of Griggsville. Ball high, be the first pitch, throw down to second. He's going to try getting the guy out, and he's back. And I bet video does that justice, folks. You could see probably with the cameras most of it what was going on there. Runner was going to go to second. They threw down to second, stopped him, and the runner at third wasn't quick enough coming off the base, and they tried to get him at third. And to wind in and throw on the 1-0 count. That'll be low for 2-0. The runner takes down to second base. On the steal, that'll be Rose down at second base now. Purcell at third, Rose at second. 4-0, Salem over Brown County on the Cass Communications scoreboard. Wings the ball outside. Purcell hustles, but he can't get in as Jack Buss out-hustled him to the ball.
Gave us a little dirt shower over here.
Yeah, really. The quads out here. I didn't get in this game to get dirty. I'm already sweaty. 3-0 pitch. Staten works out of the stretch position. Strike on the outside corner. That's going to make it a 3-1 count. And Kevin, some kids use a stretch, some use a wind-up, just depending on where they're at physically with the mechanics.
Yeah, absolutely. The stretch keeps your body a lot more quiet as there's a ground ball back to Staten as he comes home. They're going to get that runner at home.
Nice force out at home to get Purcell at home. That'll be 1-2 on the out, and that'll be a fielder's choice there on Rhett Dieterling. He'll be out. So with that, Salem scores 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. As we head to the bottom of the second, it's Salem 4 and Brown County nothing on the Cass Communication scoreboard as we head to the bottom of the second.
When it comes to your money, local is better. Farmers National Bank of Griggsville is here in the heart of the community, working where we live. We make sensible loans to our friends and neighbors so that we can help our community grow. Stop by and see our friendly staff and see what we can do to meet your financial goals. Located in Griggsville, Pittsfield, and Mount Sterling. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Brandon Kindhart with Double K Firearms. Have you ever been in a big box store and saw something you just couldn't live without, only to find out the employee has no idea what he's selling? You know, the same guy that was behind the deli counter the day before. At Double K Firearms, we treat you like family and want you to enjoy your experience while you're here. We buy, sell, and trade new and used firearms and much, much more. We offer an amazing selection and extremely competitive price. We would love to get you set up with whatever it is you're looking for, whether it's for hunting, recreation, or just adding to your collection. That's Double K Firearms, 212 East Main Street, Mount Sterling, or call 217-430-7523. And remember, always support local, and the best time to buy it's when you see it.
Steve Surratt, Kevin Dieterle back with you on the broadcast. Daniel Rissman down there on YouTube, making sure our cameras are right and trying out some new things. Daniel, you been able to try out replay yet? No? All right. I think you have to pick that camera and then go replay on that camera, I think. And so we really haven't had anything to replay. You might just try it on a ground out or something like that and just give the people a re-look at it if you didn't have the camera or a different angle on it. And so we're just out there to enhance. We're just talking Jack Buss. I'm looking over here. He sent all kinds of dirt over here on everything. The boy and I are going to have to talk about him.
He owes us a hit.
Yes, he does, at least a hit. So for Brown County, the first 3 batters are going to be Maddox Wydell, Jack Buss, and Dylan Rice as we head to the bottom of the second. And a left-handed throwing Decker still on the mound. We heard that his last outing was a no-hitter down in the district. They won their own district in Salem. Salem, the home of Days of Our Lives. That's their claim.
Really?
Yeah. Pop-up. And we can ask our radio friend to verify that. That's what I've been told. I used to Wydell pops up to the first baseman, and that'll be the first out. I used to have the cell one or singular cell phone little cube down there in Salem. I had Salem and Effingham. And you know what? It's a long ways down there. Particularly Effingham, there's no easy way to get to Effingham. The wind in the throw by Decker with 1 out. The Jack Buss hits to the right side, and the second baseman, Loba, can't make the play as it took a short hop on him and got away. And I'm going to call that a base hit. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a tough play. He was in between coming and catching it in the air or letting it drop, and it had so much spin. As soon as it hit the dirt, it just kind of took off on him. So we'll give Jack the base hit, but I don't think that still makes up for all the dirt he got us with.
He's going to have to maybe do another one. Eli Staten batting for Rice as he came in to pitch. And so Staten steps in. First pitch to him was a ball. Decker, the left-hander, steps back on, winds and throws. Swing and a miss.
I can definitely see how Decker could throw a no-hitter. I mean, he is consistently around the plate, and he throws hard.
And usually right around the belt to the knees. Jack Buss showing bunt and foul, or I should say Staten shows bunt and fouls the ball off. The one thing I will tell you, and who are the Cardinals playing tonight, by the way?
They're playing the Reds.
Okay, they're losing 3-0 to the Reds.
Oh, boy.
Out there. And so just give you that update on the Cass Communication scoreboard. Staten puts his bat out there, takes his bat back, but it's called third strike. And that's going to be the second strikeout for Decker in this ball game. He hasn't given up a base on balls yet. Jack Buss still down at first base. Thomas Boylan up. I want to make sure I get the names right because the Boylan kids I get confused sometimes. Wind in the throw, strike. That was about letter high.
Decker still sitting at 20 pitches there, Steve. That was his 20th pitch in the second inning. I mean, that's about as efficient as you can get.
Decker winds. and throws. Little blooper base hit by Thomas Boylan. He tried to throw him out at first base. That was Purcell trying to do that late. And a base hit. And getting some hitting from the bottom of Brown County's order brings up Maverick Henry with runners at second and third. Jack Buss at second. Thomas Boylan at first. Maverick Henry up. He got a base hit on the very first pitch of the ball game.
Yeah, one thing is contact. That boy doesn't strike out, but he doesn't walk either. So
the wind and the throw by Decker. I think Mr. Grady's adjusted to Little League Baseball. I think the strike zone, and he calls it the same both ways.
Absolutely. Special thanks to all these umpires who are volunteers doing this.
Line drive, right center field. That's going to be at least one run as it bounces to the fence. Buss will come home. Boylan going to round third. He's going to try to come home to play at the plate. He's safe because he got under the tag.
Got under the tag.
And Daniel, you might want to show that one again as Maverick Henry gets 2 RBIs on that. And see if you can use that instant replay as Maverick Henry ends up with a triple on that play and 2 RBIs. And I think that's a fine job. You could show on the tag what happens when you make that tag too high and you're standing on the plate. You can't do that.
That's just it. As Dietering took that ball from behind the plate, so towards the fence, towards us, instead of being out in front of the plate and going and getting the ball and putting that tag down.
And that's where you got to get the ball down to the ground.
Absolutely.
In that place so the umpire can see that you got him before he got there.
Yep.
The only thing with that, and we've seen it happen, is the ball getting kicked out of the glove.
Sure.
But you get that tight grip, both hands on it, lay it down and make him slide right into it.
I'll take my chances.
1-0 pitch to Fullerton, bouncer to third base. That's Hunter, throws over to first to Dietering, and that'll be the third out. So that's 5-3 on the out as Brown County gets 2 runs on the board on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. As we head to the top of the third, it's now Salem 4 and Brown County 2. We'll be back.
Casting Lumber Company, your do-it-best quality paint dealer, mixes unique paint colors for any project. Bring a sample of your pillows, curtains, or other items, and Castings will scan them into their computer. Mix your unique color of do-it-best quality paint and save the information. Need a special gift? Castings Gift Department has gifts for everyone. Casting Lumber Company, hometown family-owned lumber and hardware store, supporting hometown schools and families for 45 years. Route 99 South, Mount Sterling. Call 217-773-2611. York Tire understands that there is never a good time for a flat tire on the farm or on your commercial vehicle. That's why York's eases your pain with 24-hour farm and road assistance. They can come to you with their on-site service truck and get your equipment rolling again. York Tire offers tires for just about anything that has wheels and can service vehicles large or small. York Tire, 501 East Main Street, Mount Sterling, right behind the FS Fast Stop. Call 217-773-3947.
Moreland and Devitt Pharmacy carries a wide variety of home medical and durable medical equipment in their normal inventory. If you need something not in inventory, Moreland and Devitt has equipment available in their catalog that can be delivered to the store by the next day with no special fees or shipping charges. Moreland and Devitt Pharmacies, family owned with local employees with locations in Rushville, Virginia, Beardstown, and the Mount Sterling location located inside IGA. For refills, visit mndpharmacy.com or call 217-773-2020.
Steve Surratt, Kevin Dieterle back with you, and our buddy down there, Daniel Rissman. He'll be bringing you the broadcast, just the audio broadcast, on Station 1 tomorrow of Kevin and the 9 and 10-year-olds playing in sub-state pool play. And you said you play a Champaign team right out of the gate tomorrow.
Right out of the gate tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. We really appreciate Daniel making that trip. I know it's not, he's not mad about it because he gets to go see one of his, hopefully his only lady. I didn't mean to throw you under the bus there, but I know you get to go see your girlfriend. So he also is going to do our game for us, and we're really excited to have some listeners aboard, folks who can't make it to the game. But really appreciate him doing that for us.
Ryan Dietering be the first hitter. Gavin Decker, the pitcher, will be the second hitter, and Wes Hunter be the third hitter as we head to the top of the third. It is Salem 4 and Brown County 2. Eli Staten on the mound for Brown County. Bus behind the plate. Fly ball into center field, and in is Deacon Barrett to make that catch.
Well, he looked natural out there. He tracked that ball really well, and that was smooth.
Like I say, I don't think you were here to see the fly ball he cut in
I
right
wasn't.
center field.
I heard all about it.
He robbed Fricky of a home run on Tri-County that night. Staten throws the first pitch strike on the outside corner. He's starting to get into a groove here. Again, let your defense do the work.
You got an 11-year-old on the mound here in Staten who's just throwing strikes, and that's all you need.
That's right, because he was on your All-Star team last year, wasn't he?
Yep.
Or on the 9 and 10 All-Stars.
That's a pitch that you want right there. That's a low strike in my mind.
1-1 count to the batter, Decker. Throws left, bats right. When he goes out to pitch the next time, tell me what major league pitcher he reminds you of. The stretch and the pitch by Staten. Popped up foul. I'll get you thinking now.
Are we talking current?
Nope.
Okay.
Out of the past. I'll just give you a hint. If I could see what he was doing with his eyes. Stretch by Staten and the pitch. Ball high. That's going to make it a 3-2 count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Gavin Decker, the pitcher.
The only name that comes to mind is David Wells. Is that even close?
Nope.
Oh. The same body.
West Coast.
West Coast, okay.
National League.
All right.
5 for ball 4 as Staten makes his first walk of the ball game. Staten with, let's see, no strikeouts and a base on balls. That brings up the 8th place hitter, Wes Hunter, the third baseman.
So we got a substitution here.
Oh, is that what it is?
15.
Maybe 25?
15, Colton Shelton.
Oh, wrong thing. Colton Shelton. Colton Shelton. You got to look at the right numbers on your sheet. And he'll bat here in the top of the third inning for the first time. 12 people, so he's got to play in the field, and he's got to bat.
6 consecutive outs in the field and get an at-bat, whereas Brown County has 13, so they only have to get an at-bat.
Wind in the throw by Staten off of home plate. Staten gets to the ball, throws over to first. That's going to be an out over there. 1-3 on a nice out. Nice play by Eli Staten to get to the ball, keep his composure, and just throw a strike to Wydell.
And if I was coaching that team, I would have told him to eat it. So it was a great play on his part. He's, some of those plays are just plays that you kind of make in the moment, and I don't think he thought about it. He just turned and threw it. Great play.
Silas Moat's going to bat here in the third inning for Lyric Black.
Lyric Black is going to pinch run. Special pinch runner.
Okay, Black pinch runs here. We'll try to make that note.
Each team gets 2 special pinch runners per game.
Oh, okay, that's it?
Yep.
Otherwise, you have to re-enter like Brown County does with Rice and with State.
The players have to be married up, and for Brown County, it's a little bit easier with 13 players to marry those players up, but 2 special pinch runners.
Moat swings at a high fastball. Back behind third base is Ty Fullerton for the out. That'll be no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. And Brown County comes to the plate. Down 4-2 to Salem on the Cass Communication scoreboard. We'll be back on BC Hornet Sports after these messages.
The Mount Sterling Savings Center, a customer-owned savings bank offering online banking from your computer or mobile phone, allowing you access to your account on your schedule. The Mount Sterling Savings Center is a proud supporter of Brown County athletics. Mount Sterling Savings Center, conveniently located at 201 West Main, the intersections of Routes 24 and 99, is a branch of the Beardstown Savings located at 301 South Main. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. The Comfort Man at Scranton Heating and Cooling has been providing superior comfort to West Central Illinois since 1985. Installing Trane and Mitsubishi comfort systems and servicing all brands, the Comfort Man has the best equipment and technicians to keep your family comfortable year-round. Call the Comfort Man Scranton Heating and Cooling at 217-773-2626. That's the Comfort Man at 217-773-2626. Or visit them on the web at comfortman.com.
Getting some nice comments from the Salem people here. They're telling me that Black just flat out can fly on the base pass. Dietering is the superintendent of, yeah. Shout out to the guys. 207 flat flies, okay. Says that Decker had 3 no-nos this year.
Can see that.
And Toby Gillen tells me that, yes, sir, Days of Our Lives used to have a yearly celebration.
Wow.
See?
Our listener,
worthless knowledge.
Our listener from Paris says that the sound and quality is great. So
awesome. Well, we made a change tonight. We're hardwired in. We got about 100 foot of cat cable. Want to thank Jason Leverton for putting the ends on because I'm terrible at that.
Well, he just happens to be a pretty decent IT guy.
Yeah,
you know,
and a good guy overall. Helps out here. He's worked in the snack shack here, helping out. And so as we go to the bottom of the third, it is Salem 4 and Brown County 2. Black still on the mound. He's given up 5 hits in this ball game to Brown County, but only 2 runs.
Steve, the sun's coming out there. It's coming back out, and it's going to be a little bit of a trouble for right field, first base, even the pitcher. You know, as Fullerton takes ball 1 here, Colin and I come out here and hit a lot of batting practice, and I swear he always picks the time of day when you can't see from the mound and the sun is right in your eyes, and he is notorious for going up the middle. So it's that time of day.
You've seen that your life flash before your eyes?
Many times, and the coaches enjoy it when it's during practices. Fullerton fouls one off, making the count 1-1. Trey took a great hack there. Yeah, the coaches, Coach Cassing and Coach Flynn, they think it's hilarious, and I don't think it's as funny. But
Fullerton popped out to right field his last time up. And let's see what happens here, the wind and the throw. Popped foul, that's 2 fouls. So did you figure out who Decker reminds me
no,
of?
let me look at it one more time while he goes into his wind. You said West Coast.
West Coast team, National League.
Not current.
Not current.
I got nothing.
There's one thing he doesn't do. 2-2 count. That was close.
That was a tough pitch to take there.
On Trey Fullerton. Fernando Venezuela.
He doesn't quite turn as far around towards second base, but yeah, I see it.
He's got some of those mannerisms. Strikeout by Fullerton. But yeah, all he'd have to do is look up at the bill of his cap, and he'd be doing a pretty good imitation. But he's got a smooth wind up, and he doesn't look at the batter right before he delivers the ball. He looks toward first base.
Yep.
Brings up the 4th place hitter, Mitchell Oliver. He grounded out to the second baseman back in the first inning. Swing and a miss, 0-1 the count. So we're in the bottom half of the third. Salem 4, Brown County 2 on a Cass Communication scoreboard.
Appreciate how aggressive Brown County is being at the plate right now. As I say that, Mitchell takes a strike right down the middle there, but Trey went down swinging, and Mitchell swinging at the first pitch. They're not looking. They're looking to put the ball in play.
Our listener down in Salem thinks he looks like C.C.
Sabathia.
Sabathia.
He probably needs to get a little bit taller to be compared to CC. I think CC's probably 6'4", 6'5", and he's not quite that big yet, but maybe he'll hit a growth spurt.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch popped up on the right side. Nobody's going to get to that foul, and we'll do 1-2 over again. The one thing I can say about Doug Henry, he's got a smile on his face down there.
Yeah,
he's Mr. Encouragement down there. Not that you're not. You're just known for your Incredible Hulk imitations.
Yeah, Doug, you can't ask for a better Little League coach than Doug Henry.
Fouled off. That's about 3 that Mitchell Oliver has fouled off here. As the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on base. Brown County needs runners.
If they're doing nothing else, they're driving Decker's pitch count up just a little bit, which is what you really need. Tough pitch to lay off there.
Yeah, because he's already over the 35 count.
Yep.
So 35 would be 1 day's rest, right?
35 is 1 day's rest.
So
yep.
he wouldn't be eligible for
tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night anyhow.
Right.
Wind in the throw. Swing and a miss, and another strikeout for Decker. That is 4 in the ball game for Decker as he's starting to get some motion there. And you know what? I'm all for throwing your best pitcher in a tournament and staying in that winner's bracket because once you go to the loser's bracket, particularly early on, it's a dogfight and pitching becomes more of a premium.
Yeah, I guarantee it. And if there was one thing out of our district that us as coaches probably would have thought about doing a little bit different would be to start your number one against Beardstown the first time we played them, but we were able to fight back as Barrett fouls one straight back. I don't think anybody's going to have a chance at that one.
1-1 count, 2 outs here. Bottom of the third inning, 4-2 Salem over Brown County. In 11 and 12 Little League action, we're in the sectionals. This is sectional number 1. I believe there are 4 sectionals. 4 winners will go to the Little League State Tournament. Ball low, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike. Decker winds and throws. Ooh, that was close.
I'm telling you, Decker has just been around the plate. He's making it pretty tough on Mr. Grady back there because there's some borderline calls. This young man is just all over the plate.
Winds and throws the 3-1. Drives the ball into left field. The left fielder Parker is back there and makes the play for the 3rd out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base as we head to the top of the 4th inning. It'll Salem 4 and Brown County 2. You're listening to BC Hornet Sports, your source for Brown County sports and more.
The Brown County State Bank is proud to support all the Brown County Hornets athletic programs. In fact, we're the only bank offering the Hornet debit card. Every time the card is used at a point of sale, a portion of the proceeds are contributed to the Brown County School. It's our part of our commitment to making them the best they can be. Contact the Brown County State Bank today to get your Hornet debit card at 773-3327. Brown County State Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
When it comes to handling your taxes, ever feel a bit taxed? If so, why not give yourself some well-deserved tax relief and visit Larry Dunn Accounting. Larry and his staff have been helping clients with tax return preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, sales tax, and business consultation since 1980. Put their experience to work for you today. After almost 5 decades in business, their number one priority remains building long-term relationships. Larry Dunn Accounting, 443 East Main Street in Mount Sterling, or call 217-773-3400.
Steve Surratt, Kevin Dieterle, and Daniel Rissman down there on the YouTube. And I got a note from my wife, Kevin, you're going to need to talk here to see if we got enough volume for you.
Well, hello, Lisa. Appreciate you listening and helping us out as you always do.
You're redlining on my thing, so you should be. No, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. That'll go to your head. I almost said that you're about as hot as you can get on that, but
I wouldn't disagree with you. I mean,
sheesh. Oh, modesty. I tell you what.
You put it on a tee for me, I have to hit it.
I think we've done too much broadcasting together.
Oh, yeah.
We have a great time doing basketball. I had apprehensions about doing basketball broadcasting. I'd never done it. I'd done football for a number of years, baseball real familiar with, but Kevin and I worked as a team, and I think we did a pretty good job by the time the regional time got around.
Absolutely, yeah.
And once I got half of the names down, I was in good shape.
Every game, you did a great job studying them, and I just thoroughly enjoyed it, and I look forward to basketball more than I probably ever have in my life because I'm not a huge basketball fan, but I love broadcasting with you, and definitely enjoy being able to bring the game to the community. And now Lisa's telling us that I got too much.
Too much?
Killing me, Lisa.
You're too hot, Kevin. All right, first 3 batters will be Lubbock. Purcell and Rose, those are going to be your top 3 batters. We appreciate her monitoring things.
Yep.
And I tell you what, I couldn't be a minister, and I couldn't do this without her support and help, and I appreciate her. I really got, as some people say, I definitely am married up, way up. And so we're thankful for that. Staten still pitching, doing a good job for Brown County. Parker has grounded to the shortstop and got a base hit in his last time up and scored. First pitch is a ball.
Staten's only at 17 pitches, which is great news for in Coach Henry, and we'll kind of see where his strategy goes as he gets closer to 20.
The stretch in the pitch outside. Jack Buss goes out, tries to block that. And I talked to his dad, Dusty, about that, about the fact, he seems to have really good instinct back there, and he says he works on it. And, boy, I know what that means. Somebody throwing a lot of balls into the dirt to you, and you're taking a lot of abuse to get used to doing that.
Yeah, Coach Buss is probably one of the better catchers I ever had the privilege of playing against in high school, and so I know he's trying to install that into Jack as Staten takes the count to 2-1 as he pumps one down the middle there.
Stretch and the pitch to Parker. Swing and a miss at the low fastball, 2-2. Staten reminds me, not completely, of a kid I used to coach in Pony League. I had a kid in Pony League that had spinal disorder, couldn't walk really well, but you could put him on the mound and he would throw strikes.
All right, that's awesome.
So we'd put our speedster up there for about 4 or 5 innings and then let him come in relief, because by the time they figured out how to catch up with him, it was too late, and he'd picked them to death at the plate.
Sure.
3-2 count to Parker. The throw by Staten, ground ball. Staten gets to that ball, bare hands it, throws over to first to Wydell for the out, and another great fielding play by Eli Staten on that play.
Yep, and he just hopped off the mound, he barehanded it, and like I said, he as long as Eli isn't thinking about the game, Eli is a great baseball player. That's the same way it is with any 11, 12-year-old. Don't let them think about the game, just play the game. Did a great job.
Reacted, barehanded, calm, cool, collected, made the play. Ball outside. That's going to be 0-1 to Lubbock. What he's done today is he hit a home run in the first with an RBI and a base hit, and an RBI, scored 2 runs in this ball game. Swing and a miss at the low fastball makes it 1-1 the count. Now it says me up a little bit. She's
all over the place tonight.
Yep. I'll get myself turned up here just a little bit. There's a fine line there between being too loud and loud enough on this knob. I mean, literally a feather difference or a hair difference. The 2-1 count to Lubbock. Ball low, going to make it a 3-1 count. 4-2, top of the 4th. Salem over Brown County. 11 and 12-year-old Little League baseball action. Stretch and the pitch. Ground ball, second baseman Henry gets the ball, throws over to first, and a nice scoop by Wydell there as he gets out 4-3. Nice job on both ends of that play for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, Henry moved really well to his right there and went to his backhand, and I'm not going to beat a dead horse here, but there's something going on with Maverick's arm. Kind of looks like he has dead arm, because he was fading away from the base there, but I've seen Maverick Henry from the time he was 9 years old, and he has an absolute cannon.
Yep. And he's stretching that thing out like it's tight.
Yep.
So up to bat is Hayden Purcell. He's had 2 base hits, an RBI, and scored once. First pitch to him is a ball.
Now, I would ask this kid to play in a slow pitch softball league with me. That's how big this kid is.
Yeah, he's every bit of 6 foot. This one is.
He's put together. He's not the scrawny 6 foot 12-year-old. He's a big kid.
The stretch and the pitch on the 1-0 pitch. Ball, that'll be 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. The one thing about it is, baseball is the game where size does really not matter.
Yeah, Jose Altuve will tell you that all day, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The wind and the throw. that the guy that hustles and's got speed is just as important to the guy that's got the brawn and can hit the ball a long ways.
Yep.
You got to play defense. 3-0 count. Staten would like to get out of this inning with just 3 batters. His pitch count up to 30 now. The stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. He was thinking he had 2 strikes there. He was ready to take off to first as the ball got away from Jack Buss on that play. Swung at a low fastball. It was really out of the strike zone. That was ball 4 he swung out there. Must have had the green light, Kevin.
I think he had the green light, and I was trying to fit that in there. But, yeah, a big kid like this, you know, nobody on, might as well let him swing it.
Strike, going to run it to full count. I used to pray that the pitcher would throw a strike.
Sure. I want to hit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to walk. The stretch by Staten and the throw. Fouled off. He went out and chased that one on the outside corner. He didn't want to take a chance of getting called out on a 3rd strike. I like this kid. He's got an active bat there.
Yep, he's aggressive, and he doesn't want to take that base. He wants to drive a ball.
At the end of 5, Cardinals 2 and the Reds 3. So Cardinals are getting back in the ball game. Full count, 2 outs. The stretch by Staten. Swing and a miss as he gets the strikeout. And that's 1 strikeout for him and 1 base on balls. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base as we head to the bottom of the 4th. It's Salem 4 and Brown County 2 on the Cass Communications scoreboard.
The Hendricker Funeral Home, located at 406 South Capitol Avenue in Mount Sterling, has been serving the Brown County and surrounding area for over 40 years. The Hendricker Funeral Home is a proud supporter of Brown County athletics. Jamie and Tracy Hendricker and their staff are proud of their attention to detail, the variety of choices, and dignity given to each and every family that they serve in their time of need. For more information, call Hendricker Funeral Home at 773-3362 or on the web at hendrickerfuneralhome.com.
Farmers State Bank and Trust Company Mount Sterling would like to wish the Hornets best of luck this season. A local bank with local people, local decisions, and local investments. The Farmers State Bank and Trust has been serving the financial needs of Brown County for over 100 years. Visit them today for all your banking needs at the main bank in Mount Sterling, the For Sales branch, the Timewell branch, or the branch located inside the IGA in Mount Sterling. Farmers State Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Steve Surratt, Kevin Dieterle, and Daniel Risman back with you on the broadcast. Kevin's going to take a quick break here as he goes in. Decker still on the mound for Salem as we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Salem 4 and Brown County 2 on the Cass Communications scoreboard. You're listening to BCHornetsports.com, your source for Brown County sports and more. You can find us on YouTube at BC Hornet Sports. Daniel's out there grumbling. He said, I'm going to get back at you all tomorrow. I'm going to say BC Hornet Sports, your source for Brown County sports and plus, aren't you, Daniel? Kevin's back, so you have to hold it. You were late. You have to. What were you going to say?
I was going to say it's a plus, but if you're watching on YouTube and you don't know how to get to the live chat, it's because they've changed it a lot. It's up by where the like and dislike button is. There's going to be the live chat. That's where it's at. So that's all I was going to say.
Yep, live chat. You can live chat out there. And first 3 batters for Brown County as we head to the bottom of the 4th will be Maddox Wydell, Jack Buss, and let's see if Eli Staten bats or Rice comes back into bat in this inning, Kevin. And let's see, what did Wydell do? He popped up to the first baseman back in the 2nd inning.
Batter for Brown County, the first baseman.
Left-handed Decker still on the mound, doing a great job for Salem.
42 pitches here.
Yep, he's up to 42 pitches. And I would say they're sticking with him for the whole ball game.
Absolutely. You get 85. Wydell,
Fly
base
ball,
hit.
right field base hit. Nobody covering the bag. They almost could have thrown him out. But the first baseman was not on the bag. And I think that's a change, isn't that's Purcell at first base. I need to get that changed. Purcell at first base. We'll see what other changes they have made in the fielding.
So you got Sterling Linover, who's going to bat this time up as well.
Okay, Sterling. So that's going to essentially make Rice done for the day, right? No, he's batting for Buss. You're right.
So Buss will re-enter. I'm positive on defense.
Linover's got a strong bat. He's got sneaky power.
Maybe we might need to, get a hold of that truck and, put some
There they go.
BCHornetsports.com on there,
There we go. Cascom, one of our big sponsors, is all over that truck.
That's pretty cool.
Driving around town, and they could put BC Hornet Sports with the Cass logo out there and just sit someplace like in a parking lot, and people could go by there and watch the ball game. I'll have to tell Casey French that. And so I want to thank all our listeners out there for listening tonight to the broadcast. And well, let's see. I know you can hear the announcer pretty good in the background. And Sterling Linover going to bat for Brown County here in the inning.
Boy, I got a lot of respect for Sterling. He got popped in the mouth pretty good, I think, in the district finals. And here he is. He's back out there. He got hit by a pitch, I believe.
Swing and a miss. Is strike one to Linover. Maddox down at first base. And actually, we have a pinch runner for him. That's Caden Clark down there. You probably said that, didn't you?
No, I didn't say that, but that kid can straight up fly. When he gets going, it's kind of fun to watch Caden run. I mean, he can get after it.
And that's his job on this team. He will be the special runner. He'll enter in and do some running. The wind in the throw. Swing and a miss makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sterling Linover. Yeah, Sterling took one off the cheek and went in at a CT scan. Everything was okay, but he's still got some sores in his mouth. Swing and a miss. And that's a strikeout and the 5th strikeout of the ball game for Decker in this ball game. Threshold on Decker as they want to stop him before 50, it looks like. They want him available. I guess if he goes over that, it'd be longer than 2 days. And he, well, how many days at 50, Kevin?
So 50 is 2 days, and then 65 would be your next, and that would be at 65 would be 3 days. Eli Staten fouls one down the first baseline. Got around on Decker there. So I was talking earlier, the 11 and 12-year-old, the pitchers, their limit is 85 rather than 75 where they are for 9 and 10. So gives you a little more flexibility, but you also have to understand that 11, 12-year-olds sometimes struggle because they throw harder.
Wind in the throw, and he reached back and got something on that. Blew that by Staten. 0-2 the count. I started out in the wrong inning. You've done that before.
Many times.
You got to get that foul ball. That's going to make it 2 strikes on Eli Staten. Just 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Salem leading Brown County 4-2 in 11 and 12-year-old sectional. Winner here goes to state of this tournament. To wind in the throw. Ball low, gets away from the catcher. Dietering, I think, is still back there catching.
Dietering still catching.
Now, how many innings can you catch and still pitch?
You can catch 3 full innings, and then if you wanted to throw that kid, then he would have to come from behind the plate to a different position.
So Dietering could not pitch.
That's trouble.
Oh, makes it up. Purcell makes an over-the-head catch and doubles off the runner. Clark at second base. What a play, folks. That is as good as you see in Little League Baseball or in Major League Baseball. Lanky kid moved back, and Daniel may have to see if he can get a replay of that if he didn't get it down the first baseline camera. He can't figure out how to get the replay. So with that, it'll be as we head to the top of the 5th, it'll be Salem 4 and Brown County 2 as Brown County gets no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We'll be back after these messages.
The Ray Insurance Agency is an independent insurance agency in Mount Sterling. We offer competitively priced insurance products that fit the needs of you and your family. We specialize in personal, commercial, and agribusiness insurance products. So call me, Brad Cassing, today at 217-773-3851 for a free quote and risk assessment. We are located at 128 West Main Street in Mount Sterling. Our phone number is 217-773-3851.
Land Guys LLC is a land brokerage company dedicated to connecting sellers and buyers through the use of innovative marketing that includes professional photography and videography. Land Guys LLC had over $80 million in sales last year and averaged selling a farm every 2.5 days. Named one of America's best brokerages, contact your local Land Guys broker, Toby Stay, at 217-257-6096 or go to landguys.net.
Stace Rat, Kevin Dieterle, and Daniel Rissman back on the broadcast as we head to the top of the fifth. It is Salem 4 and Brown County 2. And this is 11 and 12-year-old sectional action. Winner plays tomorrow night against, who's the other squad in this?
You know what? I should know that.
And I don't think it was in the brackets.
Go to my tourney machine.
And see if you can find out what that is. Loser plays Sunday against the loser of that game. Just 3 teams in this sectional. And so the first 3 batters will be Aiden Rose, the shortstop. I have Rhett Dietering, who was at first base, and Ryan Dieterling, the catcher. Dietering. The pitch. Ball down the third baseline, that goes foul. Nice hustle by the third baseman Oliver, pitcher Staten, and Bust to get to that ball. But that was almost one of those dreaded swinging bunts.
It was.
So far, I've not been a big fan of that app.
All it says is District 17 versus District 1, and then District 2, so it's not doing it by the actual.
Ground ball. Wydell tries to backhand it. Henry gets over behind him and throws him out. And an awesome job by Maverick Henry to get over behind the play. And apparently some conversation going on there. He said, get on the bag, and Wydell was back on the bag on that to make the out at first base. Luke Young is in right field. Okay, now we know what's going on. Luke Young is in right field. We'll get them where they're going eventually here. Bats from the right-hand side, going to be his first time up here in the top of the fifth. Ball low, outside. But Kevin, that was as good a play to finish that inning out. Purcell made a really good over-the-head catch.
That was a great play over there at first base by Purcell, and the presence of mind to even turn and look at second to see if the runner had kind of strayed off is a big deal. So,
and again, talking about 2 balls, talking about being where you're supposed to be, the shortstop was where he was supposed to be in that play too.
Yeah, and anytime you want to coach your kids up as next pitch is a strike by Sefton, you tell them to follow the ball, right? So if you're a shortstop and the ball is hit over the first base bag, you follow the ball to that next base because they'd be covering second.
Ground ball back to Staten. He fields it clean, throws over to Wydell for the out. 1-3. And when they hit it back up the middle, it is a dribbler. And conversation by Nick Hindeker and home plate umpire.
Calling a foul ball.
Oh, Nick steps in and says the ball hit apparently in foul territory. Must have hit the plate.
I have to assume it hit the plate, yeah.
But isn't the plate in fair territory? It must have hit behind the plate
I sure
then?
thought so, or maybe it hit his leg or something. But Young goes down swinging as Staten strikes him out. Making 2 outs in this inning.
2 strikeouts for Staten in this ball game. Ryan Dietering, the catcher, bats from the left-hand side. He throws right, bats left.
Don't see that very often.
Stretch by Staten in the pitch, high for a ball. We were talking about batters hitting from the opposite field. Todd Stinson, whose son plays over at Rushville. Todd was one of those people, left-handed, and he hit the ball out consistently. Ball hit the Maverick Henry. He makes the catch consistently out to left center field.
Yep.
Okay. And he did that in softball, slow pitch softball. He did it in Pony League baseball. That was just his swing.
Yep.
And so some people have that. As we head to the bottom of the fifth, the score has stayed Salem 4 and Brown County 2. We'll be back after these messages.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is an international and local organization that provides support for our athletes and coaches in the areas. Small groups called huddles meet regularly in our schools and communities to build strong relationships. Todd Sweatman is our area director for Western Illinois. Todd is a longtime educator and coach and also serves as the chaplain at McMurray College. Julie Ross, area rep, is working with Adams and Brown County schools to support coaches and athletes. Jack Hull, longtime radio broadcaster and sports official, is serving with Julie and Todd throughout the Western Illinois region. We need your support as boosters, first in prayer and also with your financial monthly support. You can help us strengthen the huddles in your schools. Contact us at westernilfca.org to find out more and get our contact information. Won't you join us in lifting Jesus Christ up in our schools, athletes, coaches, and communities? Go to westernilfca.org or email me at jhull@fca.org. Get involved in FCA for your youth today.
Change in pitching for Salem. It's going to be Rose coming to the mound out of the shortstop position. And let's see, who's going to shortstop there, Kevin?
The leadoff hitter.
Parker. He comes out of left field. And in the left field is Young. To be Young. So that means somebody different's got to be in right field. And that's big number 99.
Purcell goes back out to right.
Purcell goes to right, and Decker
goes
is at first.
Yep.
Okay, let's give this all to you. Rose comes in to pitch. Parker at shortstop from left field. Young goes from right field to left field. Purcell goes from first base out to right field, and Decker goes to first base. And so, if you got your scorecard, I hope your scorecard's better than mine. But
close enough.
Yeah, this kid's tall and lanky. You got to understand, we've been used to Decker, who's a little shorter, a little heavier. And when he gets full blown out there, the ball is at least 2 to 3 feet closer to the plate than it was with Decker.
Yeah, absolutely. He's kind of the Randy Johnson effect. You know, he throws hard, but he's also on top of you when he's letting the ball go.
Yeah. Yep. And so we'll see what's going to happen here. As first three batters for Brown County in this ball game. As I try to get my volume, I know I'm peaking it out. And first three batters will be, I'm trying to look here.
Drake McClellan will be.
McClellan in for Thomas Boylan. Drake McClellan, as he needs to get his at-bat in, and I'm trying to look. Clark has not batted yet, correct? Linover's batted, Staten's bat over, and now McClellan.
Yep.
So Clark's got to get his at-bat in to be legal. The wind and the throw. Ball inside. So tell me, Kevin, what's the penalty if you don't get that done?
Yeah, if you don't get your minimum play, unfortunately, Coach Henry would be suspended for the next 2 games.
Okay. Strike is on the second pitch, make it a 1-1.
I'm sure he will, but that's the penalty if you don't get your minimum play.
Okay. The wind and the throw on the 1-1 pitch. Strike makes it 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And I'm sure Clark will get his bat in the 6th inning. Ball low. That makes it 2-2. And that's the other hard part as a coach. You don't want it coming at the 6th inning.
Yeah, absolutely not, because, you know, we're coming around to the top of the order. Those boys have been hitting the ball well, so you'd hate to, you know, have to use a substitution at that point.
Strike 3 called. And that's going to be the first strikeout in the ball game for Rose. Brings up Maverick Henry. He's batted 3 times in this ball game. Base hit, a triple with 2 RBIs and then a strikeout. Struck out in the 4th inning when he was up. And so first pitch to him is a ball.
Yeah, Rose throws the ball pretty well. He's throwing the ball pretty hard. That's tough to hit from 46 feet.
The wind and the throw. Popped up. That's going to be in foul territory. Pitcher said, Rose says, I've got that. And that'll be the second out of the inning. And so that brings up Tice Fullerton. Tice Fullerton in this ball game. This will be his third. Maverick Henry's had a base hit and a triple. As I said, I put things in the wrong box. And so Fullerton comes up with 2 at-bats, a base hit, and grounded to the third baseman. As they're going to talk about something here, we'll take a station break.
It's the new year and time for a new you. You deserve better. How about treating yourself to a better way of life? Something more reliable, something faster, like the high-speed internet service from Gascom. Call and ask about our specials today at 1-800-252-1799. Another great way to save is to bundle your services. Add a home phone for the family or a local TV with our Broadvision cable services. Call and bundle all 3 today at 800-252-1799.
It's been our legacy year after year, and we're proud of our heritage. At Prairieland FS, our focus has been on improving growers' profitability by developing leading products and services to advance operations. Year after year, we've been committed to pointing the way forward because we know that opportunity lies around the next corner and not behind the last one. So visit prairielandfs.com and let's get you headed towards your next success. FS, bringing you what's next.
Just like a coach preparing their team for a new season, Doug and Darren, your ASC certified technicians at Henry Automotive, will make sure your vehicle is ready for whatever season is ahead. Henry Automotive provides dealership quality auto repair and service at hometown prices. Henry Automotive, located at 1157 690th East Street in Mount Sterling. Just turn north at the KC Hall onto Damon Road, drive 1.8 miles, and look for the big blue and yellow sign, or call Henry Automotive at 773-9066.
When it comes to your money, local is better. Farmers National Bank of Griggsville is here in the heart of the community, working where we live. We make sensible loans to our friends and neighbors so that we can help our community grow. Stop by and see our friendly staff and see what we can do to meet your financial goals. Located in Griggsville, Pittsfield, and Mount Sterling. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At the 6th inning, it's Cardinals 3, Reds 3 on your Cass Communications scoreboard. Here, it is Salem 4 and Brown County 2. And some rules interpretation need to be worked out. They're talking exactly what Kevin and I did. They just need to ask you.
Yeah. Well, this is a little bit different rule. And I was listening over to what the director of the tournament, Ryan Miller, was talking to the umpires about. So when you carry 13 players, it becomes a little bit more complicated. So obviously you have to get 1 at bat at least. But essentially the rule states that you have to meet minimum play in the first 3 batters of the 5th inning. I've never heard of that. That doesn't mean it's not real. Obviously Ryan knows what he's talking about, and he's the tournament director for a reason. So
technically speaking, he should be batting right here.
Correct. That's the way I understood the conversation. That's a tough move. No coach is going to. So it looks like Fullerton's still going to hit here.
Yeah, I'd be making that change with 2 outs right now just to save, whatever it is, whatever the penalty is.
Right.
It is fair.
We'll talk to Mr. Grady after this inning and try to
get it worked out there.
Interpretation of this.
County, the shortstop, number 3.
Trey Fullerton. Tice Fullerton, the batter. So far in this ball game, he's got a base hit and grounded out to the third baseman. As Rose steps back on, we'll see what this has done to him. He's only had 7 pitches in this inning, but he went a while there without throwing to home. The wind and the throw. ball, well, that wasn't a good sign.
Yikes.
That was high and inside. And slower man might have got hit with that up in the helmet. 1-0 count. Rose winds and throws. Strike on the outside corner.
And that first pitch, unfortunately, did a job on did a number on Tice, because he was almost completely out of the box by the time that ball crossed the plate.
The wind and the pitch. Ground
Base
ball
hit.
between third and short. Back in is Young with the ball. And so a base hit for Fullerton. And Caden Clark comes in. And so he's got a, I don't know what, well, again, we'll get interpretation here, but I can see that he should have, or probably made the decision.
Batter for Brown County.
So Clark is going to bat for
Clark.
Trey Fullerton here in the bottom of the fifth. Brown County will get the last at bat in this ball game. Rose steps on, winds, and throws. Ball outside. 1-0 the count. He has an unusual delivery, Kevin.
He does. He holds the actual baseball with his right hand, kind of swings it back, puts it in his glove, and then he delivers. Next pitch to Clark is a ball high.
Kind of plays peekaboo with the batters there.
He really does. It kind of changes the batter's eye level, making it pretty interesting.
Ball low. Fullerton stays at first base. 3-0 count. Let's see if this worked to Brown County's advantage here. The pitch. Ball low, ball four.
There you go.
One walk. Got one strikeout and one walk this inning. Two base runners. Tying run at first base as Clark is at first on a base on balls. Tice Fullerton at second on a base hit. Brings up the fourth place hit. Hitter Mitchell Oliver grounded to the second baseman and struck out in this ball game. Timeout. I want to thank the umpires for doing this ball game. These guys do a great job. The wind and the pitch. Strike. One strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the fifth. Brown County down 4-2 in 11 and 12-year-old Little League sectional action. Runners at first and second. The wind and the throw. Strike called again. He's popping the glove now. Got back to steal of third base by Tice Fullerton. Puts runner just 60 feet away.
Mitchell's got to
pitch.
Load up early here and try to get his hands through the ball. Just put it in play. It'll go.
Wind in the throw. Strike three called for the third out. No runs on one hit, no errors, and 2 left on base as we head to the top of the 6th inning. It's Salem 4 and Brown County 2. We'll be back after these messages.
This is Brandon Kindhart with Double K Firearms. Have you ever been in a big box store and saw something you just couldn't live without, only to find out the employee has no idea what he's selling? You know, the same guy that was behind the deli counter the day before. At Double K Firearms, we treat you like family and want you to enjoy your experience while you're here. We buy, sell, and trade new and used firearms and much, much more. We offer an amazing selection and extremely competitive price. We would love to get you set up with whatever it is you're looking for, whether it's for hunting, recreation, or just adding to your collection. That's Double K Firearms, 212 East Main Street, Mount Sterling, or call 217-430-7523. And remember, always support local, and the best time to buy it's when you see it.
Cassing Lumber Company, your do-it-best quality paint dealer, mixes unique paint colors for any project. Bring a sample of your pillows, curtains, or other items, and Cassings will scan them into their computer. Mix your unique color of do-it-best quality paint and save the information. Need a special gift? Cassing's gift department has gifts for everyone. Cassing Lumber Company, hometown family-owned lumber and hardware store, supporting hometown schools and families for 45 years. Route 99 South, Mount Sterling. Call 2 217-773-2611.
Spring has sprung, so dance. It's Sarah Hoots here with AADM Dance Studio. We are celebrating Season 12 by providing more ways for students to perform, learn choreography, and grow bold relationships together. All classes highlight traditional dance techniques, age-appropriate terms, unique choreography, and use of modern pop music. Come explore the magic of AADM with dance, tumbling, trampoline, or competitive team options. All About Dance and more, 217-473-3970.
Steve Surratt, Kevin Dieterle, and Daniel Risman back with you on the broadcast. Like everything's sticking to me over here, Kevin.
It got a lot stickier right now. It's a little humid, and it's still a beautiful night though.
And they're still trying to get the rules interpretation. Like I said, the way the rule book reads, what you heard said you had to bat him by the third batter.
By the third batter of the fifth inning, which in my mind doesn't really make sense because they still have the bottom half of the sixth.
Particularly since you're the home team.
Correct.
You know? So I could see it if the visiting team, if the home team had the lead, there wouldn't be an opportunity. So there's got to be a distinguish between home and visitors there,
right.
and whether there's a lead or not.
Exactly, and even in a shortened game, if it's 10-run rule, 15-run rule, your minimum play goes out the window, so you don't have to worry about it, So then in this instance, you have to make that interpretation of they have the sixth inning to get minimum play. And which, listen, I'm not trying to downplay minimum play because it is a big deal. These boys all made the All-Star team. We want them all to play. But for, Coach Henry, there's strategy to it as well. So I want to respect that and understand the rule.
2-1 pitch as a strike makes it 2-2 on the batter, Decker. And I'll see who comes up next because we've had people come in. The stretch in the pitch by Staten fouls that off. Staten up to 48 pitches. And so the question with Doug Henry will be at 49, does he threshold him?
Right. And in my mind, you have to.
Stretch. And the pitch. Popped up on the infield. Tice Fullerton's got that for the out. That'll be the first out of the inning. And 49 pitches. Let's see what they're going to do here. Timeout, threshold. Hey, we're getting good at this.
That's the one thing, listen, folks, I'm not trying to downplay this 11-12 team, but this 11-12 team doesn't have quite the,
the pitching
plethora of pitching. So it's tough. And so Coach Henry and Coach Buss and Rice all have a challenge ahead of them to try to figure out how to get through this bracket play. And I'm sure they kind of have it all mapped out in their head, but I guarantee it never works out the way you have it mapped out.
Popped up, foul on the right side, and Boylan's not going to get to that ball. 1-1 count, 1 out. They'd like for him to get this batter because technically speaking, whoever comes in should only have to face, if you bring Tice in, should only have to pitch to one batter, hopefully.
Sure. And
get out of that and not pitch a lot of pitches. Ball inside makes it 2-1. That'll change things up a little bit if Brown County doesn't get the out here. 2 balls, 1 strike to Decker. Or I should say, the batter is actually Shelton. He hits it into right field. It's going to be down for a double. Got into the corner. Was swinging late the whole time, Kevin.
Yep.
And I think his dad sitting back behind us said you got to get around quicker. Well, he got around just quick enough.
Right, and he took a couple good cuts right before that, and as a defender, you have to kind of learn from those past swings. I tell my first baseman and my right fielder often, hey, learn from that. Understand he hit the ball off of the first baseline as we're going to have a pitching change.
Going to be
Thomas Boylan.
Thomas Boylan, excuse me. I get them boys mixed up. Thomas Boylan, the left-hander, going to come in with that. We're going to take a quick station break. We'll be back after these messages.
York Tire understands that there is never a good time for a flat tire on the farm or on your commercial vehicle. That's why York's eases your pain with 24-hour farm and road assistance. They can come to you with their on-site service truck and get your equipment rolling again. York Tire offers tires for just about anything that has wheels and can service vehicles large or small. York Tire, 501 East Main Street, Mount Sterling, right behind the FS Fast Stop. Call 217-773-3947.
Free medication delivery is a practice almost unheard of in the 21st century, but consistent with Moreland and Devitt Pharmacy's friendly small-town feel, they offer same-day medication delivery on all orders. Moreland and Devitt Pharmacies, family-owned with local employees with locations in Rushville, Virginia, Beardstown, and the Mount Sterling location, located inside the IGA. For refills, visit mndpharmacy.com or call 217-773-2020.
Steve Surratt, Kevin Dieterle back with you on the broadcast here on BCHornetsports.com, your source for Brown County sports and more. As we come back, Kevin Dieterle working with me, Daniel Rissman down there on YouTube, taking care of the camera views and so forth. We hope you're enjoying it. We know we have somebody internationally watching, Deacon Barrett's mom over in Paris, France, and it's the middle of the night, and she's up watching her son play ball. Isn't that awesome?
That's pretty cool.
That is absolutely sweet. I mean, we've had people in the Ozarks and Kentucky and Florida and all different. She's our first international, particularly YouTube viewer.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous. That she's in Paris, but we're enjoying this good ball game. 4-2 here in the top half of the sixth.
Re-entry for Silas Moats is the batter. The last time up, he popped out to the shortstop. First pitch to him from Boylan is a strike. The wind and the throw from the left-hander. Swing and a miss. And the thing with Thomas is he's going to throw strikes, but he's not got as much on the ball.
No, he's going to throw strikes, and it's going to be a little off-speed pitch for these guys.
Well, Moats was, I don't think you can say how out in front he was.
Yeah.
The ball hit behind where home plate would draw a line. If you were to draw a line across the front of it, he got so far in front of that. Ball hit into left field. Ball thrown back in. Hit the cutoff man. That'll be a base hit.
See if we got Black as the special pinch runner again out there. I'm really surprised that the Salem coach didn't try to send him there.
Well, first the ball was fielded cleanly.
It was.
And I'm trying to look. Is that Linover out there in left field?
That is Fullerton.
It's still Fullerton. Ball high. Runner goes down to second as Moat goes down. Snap throw to third, and he's back. And Black is back in time. The wind and the throw by Boylan. Swing and a miss by Parker. Makes it 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Brown County could use a nice double play here.
Yeah, they need to get out of this inning with no damage and give themselves a chance to wrap their order back around to the top.
Ball high. It's going to make it 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Salem got 2 runs in the first, 2 in the second, and Brown County's had a good job holding them at that. Brown County finally scored 2 in the second inning, and it's been 4-2 since the second inning.
Yeah, well played ball on both sides, and Eli Staten did a great job coming in and kind of calming everybody down and having a couple shutdown innings. Base
line
hit.
Drive into the gap. It gets past Barrett because it takes a weird bounce. That's going to score 2 RBIs for Parker. Parker gets an RBI, 2 RBI double. And so that scores Shelton and Black. And so that makes the Cass Communications scoreboard Salem 6 and Brown County 2. Brings up Beck. Ball high, or nope, called strike. When you're slower, you got to keep the ball down. You get the ball up, that's where those line drives happen.
Yep, absolutely.
If you've looked, they've moved up about as far in the batter's box as they can go without striding out of the batter's box. 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Boylan looks in. The wind and the pitch. Ball inside, going to be a 2-1 count. 2 balls, 1 strike.
One thing I love about Thomas, watching him on the mound, is his demeanor is the same all the time. He's just cool, calm, and collected and doesn't let much get to him.
Ground ball. Henry gets it, throws over to first. 4-3. Gets Lebeck. That makes 2 outs, brings up Hayden Purcell. Hayden Purcell in this ball game has got 2 base hits, an RBI, scored once, and he struck out in the 4th. Big young man made a great play at first base back about the 4th inning. Over the head catch and doubled somebody up second. The wind and the pitch. Line drive, that's out of here. Flips his bat.
Yeah.
And that one was about 215, 220 feet.
Yeah. Never got above 10 feet, though. I mean, he just smoked that ball. Yeah, the bat flip at the end, that's an emotion thing, but hopefully, I'm sure that young man's hit more than his fair share of home runs, and, that can probably be something that you don't do.
Yeah.
That's what
Gas Communication scoreboard shows Salem 8 and Brown County 2. I can tell you, if you did that to Bob Gibson,
oh boy, you'd be wearing
chin music the next ball.
Yep.
It's all right, you hit the home run, just don't show me up.
That's what I preach. Act like you've been there before. Smoke the ball, though, good hit.
Popped up, foul it out of play. Be 0-1. Everybody's going up there hacking now.
Yep. And kudos to Thomas Boylan. He just gets the ball back and throws a strike, and it is what it is. He gave up a home run.
His job is just to try to get this third out here and be done. Ground ball. That'll be to Oliver at third. Throws over low to Wydell, and look, he makes the scoop at first base. 5-3, digs it out of the dirt. And so with that, but not before 4 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, no errors, and no one left on base as we head to the bottom of the 6th. It's Salem 8 and Brown County 2. We'll be back after these messages.
The Mount Sterling Savings Center, a customer-owned savings bank offering online banking from your computer or mobile phone, allowing you access to your account on your schedule. The Mount Sterling Savings Center is a proud supporter of Brown County athletics. Mount Sterling Savings Center, conveniently located at 201 West Main, the intersections of routes 24 and 99, is a branch of the Beardstown Savings located at 301 South Main. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender. The Comfort Man at Scranton Heating and Cooling has been providing superior comfort to West Central Illinois since 1985. Installing Trane and Mitsubishi comfort systems and servicing all brands, the Comfort Man has the best equipment and technicians to keep your family comfortable year-round. Call the Comfort Man Scranton Heating and Cooling at 217-773-2626. That's the Comfort Man at 217-773-2626. Or visit them on the web at comfortman.com.
I want to thank our friend down at Salem. He says on Purcell, that is his 10th home run of the year, and I can see that. If he gets extended, I mean, he's got long enough legs. You put some torque on the ball.
Yeah, he's a big kid. He's got a nice swing. He's very aggressive. You love to see that, especially at this age, And, man, he literally, that ball never got above 10 feet. It was smoked.
Well, I tell you what, let's see if we can pull our good luck charm. Daniel said that we were talking about Pujols and Goldschmidt, and the Goldschmidt wanted to emulate Pujols' swing. And when they put them side by side, when the Angels were in St. Louis, it was like you were watching an exact copy almost of the swing. And so that was a good luck charm for us and got us several runs. Now we got it all talked out here. It didn't take 4 or 5 batters, but we started talking about that. And normally you wouldn't keep talking about things, but Brown County was getting hits and we were scoring runs. So
that's awesome.
We decided we weren't changing the topic. I'm kind of like Doug Henry. I'm a little superstitious.
That's all right. If it works, it works. And, leading off this inning, Deacon Barrett just needs to try to figure out a way to get on base, and that will get the ball rolling. 1 run at a time here, boys.
And back on the mound is Rose for the Salem Ball Club brings up Deacon Barrett. Deacon Barrett can get a hold of the ball. He is struck out and flown out to left field. The wind by Rose and the pitch. Strike one. Nope. High. Ooh.
I say it might have been a little inside.
Deacon just didn't even move.
Did not move.
Wind and the pitch. Our buddy Daniel down there likes to call Deacon Barrett the wild thing. He's got the black rim glasses.
Oh, yeah. Little Ricky Vaughn. They just thresholded Rose, Steve.
Which is exactly what you thought they would do. Ball outside, gonna make it 2 balls, 1 strike. Threshold him at 20 pitches, so Barrett will be his last person, so he can come back tomorrow. They want to stay in the winner's bracket.
They want to stay in that winner's bracket.
The wind and the throw. Strike. Makes it 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Bottom of the 6th inning. Salem 8, Brown County 2, an 11 and 12-year-old Little League Baseball sectional action first round. The wind and the throw. Ball high. Nice job of laying off of that pitch.
I got to give Dietering a little credit behind the plate. He's done a really nice job tonight, but he's probably had the easiest job on the field because these Salem pitchers have been right around the plate the entire night, but he's done a nice job receiving these pitches for the Salem squad.
I want to thank all our listeners and viewers out there for listening to the broadcast. And Barrett drives a walk. And that's his Rose's second walk of the ball game, I believe.
Now you got to see, what does Salem have left in the shed? Maybe they only have two kids, so we will see.
Going to be the left fielder, Young, I believe, that's going to come in and pitch. That means Rose will probably go back to shortstop. Well, let's see what they're going to do. Rose goes to shortstop. Parker goes back out. And so it's going to be, I believe it's Young. It is Young pitching.
Luke Young on the mound.
Rose goes back to shortstop. And Parker goes back to left field. With that, we'll take a quick station break. Bottom of the 6th, it's Salem 8 and Brown County 2.
The Brown County State Bank is proud to support all the Brown County Hornets athletic programs. In fact, we're the only bank offering the Hornet debit card. Every time the card is used at a point of sale, a portion of the proceeds are contributed to the Brown County School. It's our part of our commitment to making them the best they can be. Contact the Brown County State Bank today to get your Hornet debit card at 773-3327. Brown County State Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
When it comes to handling your taxes, ever feel a bit taxed? If so, why not give yourself some well-deserved tax relief and visit Larry Dunn Accounting. Larry and his staff have been helping clients with tax return preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, sales tax, and business consultation since 1980. Put their experience to work for you today. After almost 5 decades in business, their number one priority remains building long-term relationships. Larry Dunn Accounting, 443 East Main Street in Mount Sterling, or call 217-773-3400.
Steve Surratt, Kevin Dieterle back with you on the broadcast on BCHornetsports.com as we're in the bottom of the 6th, nobody out, and Deacon Barrett on first, and Salem leading 8-2 in the bottom half of the 6th.
We got Steve Beheimer watching from Dayton, Ohio.
Good for Steve Beheimer. I want to thank him for his support all along the way and being one of the positive reasons why we're out here and letting people know about it. Swing and a miss by Wydell evens the count out at 1 apiece.
Well, I got a guess, and this is just a guess from a manager's perspective, that these boys were probably told to take until they get one there. And the look on Coach's face down the third base line would tell me that he probably didn't want Maddox swinging quite yet.
Yeah. And that was a high pitch out of the strike zone, too.
Yep.
And Doug's saying you could be, but he's not harping at it.
Right. Nope. Positive.
Ground ball
Tough
down
play.
the third baseline. Pitcher Young over to it. The Wydell is not a quick runner. And can't get down to first, but he moves the runner over to second. And that's going to be 5-3 on the out. brings up Jack Buss. And I think he owes us a base hit, doesn't he?
He does.
For throwing all this dirt over here.
Absolutely.
Number 7, Jack
Nice play
Buss.
by the third baseman, Hunter. He's played a good ball game at third base there. He's kind of been quiet and fielded his position. Ball outside to Buss. Salem people wanted that to be a strike, Kevin, but I think it's a little outside.
Pretty good pitch.
Swing and a miss. I don't know, did the plans change? He didn't have the discuss look there. He's got his hands behind his back, though. That's usually what I do for the take sign. I don't care if everybody knows in the world that we're taking. Line drive to the second baseman. That's Lobeck, the left-handed second baseman, makes the play. Second out, runner down at second base is Deacon Barrett. And re-entry here going to be Rice into the ball game.
Chili, that's his nickname.
Chili?
I just found that out, yeah. Miss Chris Taylor told me that Dylan's nickname is Chili. So me and Dylan have a special handshake. Colin, my son, and Dylan played on the same team a couple years ago. So special kid, funny kid, just a good all-around boy.
Toby sends us a message from Salem, has Young, who was the winning pitcher in the district title game. Purcell is great. Lobeck, Rhett Dietering, and Parker throw hard. Shelton Block also throw. So they got lots of pitchers on this team.
It was just wishful thinking, Toby, you know. We are a Brown County station, so.
Yeah. We won't be back on the air until Saturday night there. Kevin might even be back from Champaign at that time.
I would be okay with that as long as we walk away from Champaign with two dubs.
The wind in the throw. Ball outside, one ball and two strikes on Rice.
Dietering does a good job of kind of moving in and out on the plate, and I just kind of noticed where he was set up on that because he didn't move his mitt. He was set up a good foot outside.
Doing the same thing again. Swing and a miss by Rice way out in front. That's the third strike and going to be the ball game. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one left on base. And so with that, that ends the ball game, and it's time for the Prairie Land FS postgame show. They're a farmer-run cooperative dedicated to providing all customers with the highest quality products and services. Your local Prairie Land FS, 104 West Railroad, Mount Sterling, at 217-773-3911. And Kevin, it looks like the stats look like this. 8 runs for Salem on 12 hits, no errors, and 4 left on base. For Brown County, they received 2 runs on 7 hits, no errors, and 6 left on base.
Wow.
And so that is your Prairie Land FS postgame show. Need to have the Cassing Lumber Players of the Game brought to you by Cassing Lumber, your hometown family-owned lumber and hardware store. They can help you start or finish any job, inside, outside, big or small. Stop by and see how they can help you get the job done. Supporting hometown schools and families in Little League for 45 years. That's Cassing Lumber Company, Route 99 South in Mount Sterling, 773-2611. I'm thankful every day that we have the lumber yard out there.
Yep.
I can be doing a repair if something breaks at home, and I tell you what, one thing you'll get out of a hometown station, and I'm going to ring Cassing's bell on this, is when we hit some really cold weather in the winter and people were getting broken pipes, the brothers put their phone numbers out there on Facebook for people to call them so that they could go in and help them out during that time.
Yep, that's pretty
You
cool.
only get that in a hometown situation like here in Brown County. Great people out there at Cassing Lumber. So let's look at Salem. Who would be your player of the ball game for Salem?
Yeah, I mean, I probably have co-players of the game. I mean, Purcell at the plate, you know, kind of carried them. He put the dagger in there in the top of the 6th, and then, you know, Decker was nails on the mound for the first 4 innings. I mean, he was lights out. They thresholded him at 50, or I guarantee he could have went the rest of this game. I got to give it to co-players Purcell and Decker. Sorry.
Yeah, Purcell and Decker, but I'm going to the 3-run.
Throw a third one in there.
Dayton Parker.
Okay.
Played a good job. He came in, played shortstop a little bit, played left field, made some good plays out there. But just a good all-around team. And the game was played well. You notice I said no errors.
Yeah.
And the only balls that could have been errors were balls that took bad hops, and you're not going to give errors on them.
Nope.
Clean fielding by a lot of players. You can't give an error when the ball gets stuck in the webbing of a guy's glove.
Yep.
And so that's the player of the game there. For Brown County, who would you give that attaboy to?
Yeah, for my attaboy, I got to go with Eli Staten. Maverick came out after 3 pitches. Deacon didn't have it tonight, and Eli came in, and he was already down 4-0. And he kept the game close for 3 innings, and Coach Henry thresholded him at 50, so they'd have him available for Sunday. But Eli really kind of was he was the guy who came in and equalized it and kept the game close.
Okay, and so those are your Casting Lumber players of the game. Route 99 South. Give them a call out there at 217-773-2611. It's been the Prairie Land FS postgame show. Farmer-owned cooperative dedicated to providing all customers with the highest quality products and services. Your Prairie Land FS, 104 West Railroad in Mount Sterling, 773-3911. If you're looking for someplace cool, I could imagine that you'll find some popcorn down there in John's office. That they pop popcorn. Stop down there, cool off, and tell the boys how much you enjoyed the broadcast. For Kevin Dieterle, Steve Surratt, and our buddy Daniel Rissman down there, who will be on the air at 5:30 tomorrow on Channel 1 with the broadcast from Champaign. This has been a BCHornetsports.com production, your source for Brown County sports and more.
The Ray Insurance Agency is an independent insurance agency.
Thank you for listening today to the Brown County Hornets on BCHornetsports.com, your source for Brown County sports. Today's broadcast